Ushifishi nkafwaya ngate imwe Yesu ngate imwe. So yeah, good evening, my brothers and sisters. Yeah. So, shani bane, I hope mulife bwino. I hope mwachia kuchechi alalesa wakusalika. I hope you went to church. I hope you prayed and you prayed for me. For me, I didn't go to church. Like I earlier announced, I didn't go to church. For the first time in my life, I felt discouraged. I felt discouraged. For the first time in my life, I felt discouraged to go to church. So I really felt discouraged. I'm really shocked that I've reached this extent of feeling discouraged to go to church. Of course, kalife hapana kashupako. Kalife hapana kashupako, which is normal, you know, which is normal. Sometimes things go well, sometimes things go down. Life forever. Kukosa vile fine. We don't have to be discouraged. We don't have to be frustrated. But yeah, life has been a little bit difficult these past few days. It has been quite difficult. But so I couldn't even go to church. Usually, I mean, even if I don't have money, because where I stay, it's a little bit of a distance per church. So even if I don't have money, I do wake up, nabuka fe wangu, I walk to church. Filia? But lelo na chima nalifipanga mailo bushukuna tanka, I will just walk. I woke up, I failed to go to church. I was so discouraged. I was so discouraged. And why I was discouraged is, the way my local church back in Zambia has conducted itself relating to this issue of Alick Banda. I've never felt so disappointed in my leadership, the Catholic Church. I've never felt so disappointed. I've never felt so disappointed. And why am I disappointed? Why I am disappointed is simply because Alick Banda, from my point of view, these are things that they were in me. These are things that I was observing, I was experiencing. And nalelo lesana but ina life Archbishop, but you just like put it aside. But it kept on escalating. Ndemye fishinga, just that sometimes mumona kwati nshakwa tenkama na alikuwa tenkama. And out of the respect, because I've not lost respect in Archbishop Dr Alick Banda. Make no mistake, I've not lost respect in Archbishop Dr Alick Banda. I have not lost respect for my church. Neither am I attacking my church. So, some of the information that I have around Archbishop Dr Alick Banda, I cannot just come here and devour them. No. Some of you, because mumona kwati tayari talks too much and I just spill things. No. Nalikuwa tenkama. I maintain a high level of confidentiality. So some of the things that I know, in confidence, I would not bring them out here. But suffice to say that really the Archbishop has been quite segregative, and he has been a serious political player, very active in politics, biased towards the PF of Edgar Lungu, because now PF has got its own factions. But mostly he has been biased towards Edgar Chagwa Lungu. It is common knowledge that Archbishop Dr Alick Banda was very close to Edgar Chagwa Lungu. He was very close. Their relationship was very, very strong. Very, very strong. And somehow, you know, I really saw it that, you know, Edgar Lungu and even his family, they were somehow being favored in church. They were somehow being favored, you know, by Alick Banda. Let me not say in church, by Alick Banda, because of the relationship that was there. And, you know, in PF, even the issue of ascending to power, Alick Banda was one of those people that was almost always mentioned. Big decisions being made, you find that Edgar Lungu, it was always like, no, Bishop Valandef, no, Bishop, no, Archbishop, no, Archbishop, no, Archbishop, no, Archbishop. And in certain cases, myself, I was not that I agreed with some of those things that were said. Even the issue of Edgar Lungu coming back, even the issue of Edgar Lungu coming back, as you know, most of you, the issue of Edgar Lungu coming back was not a sound decision. It was not a sound decision. Yes, I ran the Alebo de Lapo agenda. I read the Alebo de Lapo agenda after my differences with the UPND. And I mean, I ran it because Edgar Lungu expressed that he was interested. Okay? He was interested. Earlier on, Lungu Balikene, no, I've been saying this over and over. Lungu Balikene, no, me, I've done my part. Let others come in. And later on, Lungu Wachinja, you know, he became interested. When he refused, I started supporting Brian Mundubile. And I ran the issue of Brian Mundubile, you know, in the public domain. When Brian Mundubile's name was gaining momentum, Edgar Lungu instead came forward. The advice that came about to withdraw Mundubile, because I was in front, I was the guy that was running this agenda. I was in front running this agenda. And later on, it was decided, no, not Mundubile. These decisions, you find that Alick Banda was being mentioned. Alick Banda, but Bishop, Archbishop. You know, I know quite a number of things, but those are not issues that I would want to bring up now, especially that Balungu, I mean, he's gone. You know, I can't even, I find it difficult to say may his soul rest in peace, because that Rashika. So, I am very much aware of the activities of Alick Banda. And I will not pretend that it is now that I've felt uncomfortable. I used to feel uncomfortable even back then. I used to feel uncomfortable. Because in my view, you know, a shepherd is supposed to be available to everyone. A shepherd should not, be segregative. But Archbishop Alick Banda, he has been so much, kuri balya abali bwino. I have known priests, I have known bishops, and at least in my poor judgment, I'm able to say, this man is for the poor. The Archbishop, in my view, is not for the poor. He is an Archbishop for Variabali Wino. Even in Kunganda Kumwabu, you will not find Abalanda, the way if you remember those days, or some of these priests, you find that they are always surrounded by these poor people. The poor people are always around them. Not Alick Banda. Not Alick Banda, at least for me. At least from what I saw. I mean, maybe others saw something else, but at least from what I saw. And in a challenge, I'm telling you. Challenge, and this issue of UPND, it was personal. Or it is personal, let me put it that way. It is personal. It is very personal. Some of you have been saying, no, but Alick Banda, he has been talking. And I've challenged many people here to say, tell me one time when Alick Banda was against a decision or criticized Edgar Lungu in the same way that he criticizes Hakainde Hichilema. It's not the same. It's not the same. So, because of his political activities, because of being so active in politics, this is why even this issue has come in the manner that it has done. Because when you are a political player, anywhere in the world, you'll be treated as a politician. You will not be treated as a clergyman. You will not. Even by some of us who are actually Catholics, we will find it difficult to just look at this person as, the Archbishop as a servant of God. Because of his conduct, I have found it difficult because I knew his activities and I challenge. But sometimes when I've been sitting, reflecting about this, I've even been wondering to say, am I doing this? Am I being vindictive? Somehow, I've sat at some point to say, am I being vindictive against this man? But I think okay, there could be that in me. I cannot, and demon to fear. But at the end of the day, I am not lying. At the end of the day, I am not being, malicious towards Archbishop Alick Banda. No, I'm not being. Some of you have been saying, no, you are doing this so that Hakainde Hichilema can consider you, or UPND can consider you. I think even if President Hakainde Hichilema does not consider me, even if by UPND do not consider me, I think on this one, I would still stand where I am. Even if Balungu was alive today, I don't think I'm supporting PF. I don't think I would have come out to defend Alick Banda. No, I don't think I would have done. You can check my record. You won't find where I am really strongly, defending Alick Banda. I have defended these other men of God, including priests. I have come out in their defense when they have spoken for the poor, when they have advocated for the poor. But kuri Alick Banda ndawesha koka volume filia, even nele walungu walipo nalewesha koka volume. Nalewesha koka volume filia. So this Alick Banda, he has been very, very political and so much against Hakainde Hichilema. It's like he has declared war against Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND. Now, I don't think that is the way. According to me, I could be wrong, but according to me, I think it should be about issues. It should be about issue. This issue, no, I don't agree with government on this particular issue. And I think they could do better, or they can do it in this way. That is how I expect it. Excuse me. That is how I expect a clergyman to conduct himself. Speaking about particular issue, not, taking the person, attacking the person. Va Alick Banda ine mukumona kwandi chali bakalipa ukweba ati Valungu lost power in 2021 ine mukumona kwandi. From my perspective, the way I look at Alick Banda is that he has not been happy that Edgar Lungu lost power in 2021. And from the time that Edgar Lungu lost power in 2021, it seems he has been working frantically to see to it that UPND bounce back into power. He has been frantically working to see that Hakainde Hichilema loses power and the PF is restored. I'm telling you, this is me. Because, this man has been part of most of these things. He has been part of these things. I'm not saying this, I'm not maligning this man. I'm not. And like I'm saying, I am restraining myself on how much I can devour. I am restraining myself. But if I were to be careless, if I were to be irresponsible, because of course, having information, you need to be responsible on how you share the information that you have. Having information doesn't mean that you should just come out and start. No. I think I am already. I'm quite mature not to go that route. But I can only tell you that he has been part of, the people that has been trying to restore PF. He has been part of people that have been trying to restore PF, even during the time when Edgar Lungu died and was alive. And even after Lungu Bafwa, the Archbishop has been in the background, trying to, embarrass this government. For example, one good example that I would give you, after Edgar Lungu died, there was that impasse with the government. What did Alick Banda do? Alick Banda took a side of the family, and even flying to South Africa to go and celebrate Mass, sending priests to go and celebrate Mass in South Africa. He took a side. And surely, Alick Banda nangufeko bati iyo mwe bantu kuchindika bashikofu, we have to respect the man of God, but surely mwe bantu, do you think the position that Alick Banda took to side with the family, do you think that was right? Up to today, he is on the side of the family, such that they even formally appointed him to be the negotiator. Finally, they appointed him. Because from the government side and other stakeholders, we are saying, can we change the negotiator? Can we change Makebi Zulu? Because Makebi Zulu has been everything. Makebi Zulu has been family. Makebi Zulu has been spokesperson. Makebi Zulu has been the lawyer. Makebi Zulu has been the trustee. Makebi Zulu is everything. And it has really proved things to be difficult. That's why we are stuck. That's why Edgar Lungu is still Mufrij. But when people said, no, can we maybe find somebody else that can engage? Who did they choose? Dr. Alick Banda. Dr. Alick Banda is the one they chose. And even those negotiations stalled. Why did they stall? Kumalastuku. What was the reason? What was the reason Kulastuku? The reason was because the UPND media is attacking the bishop, the archbishop. No, we cannot continue. Why? Because the UPND is paying the media, is sponsoring media to attack Archbishop Banda. And all what people brought out is the issue of, the vehicle. People have been talking about this vehicle, including myself. I said it to say, can he explain about this vehicle? Can he, even the diocese, the archdiocese, give an explanation on this vehicle? What does the archbishop do? The archbishop gets upset. No, the negotiations will continue. Now, surely, like in my case, how coming from the church background, I have a number of priest friends. And if there is an issue, you find that those priest friends will come in and try to talk to me. Even on this issue. They have been talking to me. Except that they have failed to convince me. I instead have convinced them, because I've given them facts as they are, and they have failed to convince me. But the point I'm trying to say is that because the archbishop was a friend to Edgar Lungu, was a friend to the family, you would have found that, you would have expected that this issue would not have reached a stalemate. If indeed the Archbishop Banda was a man of God, a man who is who promotes reconciliation, this issue of Lungu wouldn't have reached where it is. It wouldn't have reached where it is. We wouldn't have been stuck. How come we are stuck with the archbishop in the center of everything? In the center of everything, the archbishop, he was like part of the Edgar Lungu's family. He was like part of the Edgar Lungu's family. Given a situation, I would tell you to say this, that, I would point at issues. But I repeat, I'm not going to go into that. But it is a fact that he was at the center, or he is still at the center of Balungu's family. Now, with the archbishop at the center, with the archbishop like being part of the family, how is it that we have reached a position of stalemate where we haven't still buried a man? But Edgar Lungu is still Mufriji, and Alick Banda is part of the people that have held this hard position. We will not bury. But Alick Banda is part of the people that are trying to push Makebi Zulu. Makebi Zulu has been anointed to take over from Edgar Lungu. But Alick Banda is very close to Makebi Zulu. It's very, very close. And all these Imingalata which they are playing to install Makebi Zulu, Alick Banda is very much part of this. Very much part of it. And if you look, even the propaganda machinery that is busy talking so much for Alick Banda in terms of PF, in terms of PF, it is the Makebi Zulu's propagandas. It is the Makebi Zulu propaganda. It is not the Munduvile propaganda. It is not the Given Luvina propaganda. It is Makebi Zulu's propaganda machinery that is busy defending the Alick Banda. And you see, whilst the Catholic bishops of Zambia are saying, Alick Banda has been a subject of name calling, but by UPND in this case, that by UPND they have been name calling by Alick Banda. The first question that I ask is that, how come? Why has it been like that? Why don't they insult other bishops? Why? Why Why is it that Alick Banda has been at the center, is the one that is, being called names and whatever? Why is it that? That is the first question that I ask, I'm a bishops. I mean, in humility, really, in humility. And I'm talking like this, I'm talking as Chulufatari, I'm talking as a person, I'm talking as a Catholic, I'm talking as a politician as well. So why is it that, there have been this name calling against the Archbishop Alick Banda? I'm a bishops won't say. Na wonse mweba patili, na wonse mweba Christiani wa mkatolika. All of you, ask yourselves, when did Alick Banda ever observe anything positive in Hakainde Ichilem? When did Alick Banda ever appreciated anything done by the UPND? When? All the time, my criticism. I am not in any way saying that the Catholic Church should not be involved, or the Archbishop should not be involved in, talking about national issues. No, I'm not saying that. But surely, even when the government is wrong, there is a fraternal, language that is used when, cheating or canceling government. We had, for example, a good example that I'll give you is Cardinal Mazombo. Cardinal Mazombo was talking about national issues. Cardinal Mazombo used to talk about issues when he was Bishop of Chipata. Later on, he became Archbishop of Lusaka. He was talking about issues, especially for the poor. Cardinal Mazombo was identified as a man for the poor, and he used to speak. You can go back in the archives, you will find Cardinal Mazombo speaking against the government. But you never heard that Cardinal Mazombo, or by then as Archbishop Mazombo, was being called names. No. It is because of the language. It is because of the way he was coming out. But Alick Banda, really, instead of coming out as a man of God, he comes out as a politician. A very confrontational politician. That's how he comes out. Either I speak the way I do, I'm a politician. If I were a priest, my attitude, the way I talk about these issues will be different. And Alick Banda, the way he comes out, and really, I'm appealing, I'm talking, I want to talk to the hearts of the bishops in Zambia. I want to talk to the hearts of the priests in Zambia. I want to talk to the hearts of the Catholic faithful in Zambia. We should not make anyone, feel like they are infallible and just allow them to do as they please. No. I am coming from the church. And even in the church, there is a way that you conduct yourself. Why is it that some priests are suspended? Why is it that some bishops are suspended? Even cardinals are suspended. Why? Why? No. Frankly speaking, I'm not speaking out of spite. I'm not speaking out of vindictiveness. No, this is not about retribution. The Archbishop has not done anything wrong to me personally. But as somebody that has been close, somebody that has, been in the same environment with him, I have always felt like, this is not the way. This is not the way. Even when I was not supporting Hakainde Ichilema, you would read. And I've got messages, which I used to share with people. And we'll discuss this. Even when Walungu was alive, even when I was attacking Hakainde Ichilema, because there is a way. I can attack any politician. I will come out strongly, what. But for a man of God, the way they should come out, how way? If they have a kufilia. So all these things that you are saying to say, no, the government is fighting. Why is it that these other bishops are not summoned? Only one archbishop has been summoned among the bishops that we have in Zambia. Only him has been summoned. Only him has been summoned. And while you're saying, yes, name calling, no, name calling. So, number one, I said, why is it only him name calling? But then number two, mwema bishops from Zambia, mwema priests, mwema Christian, you, the faithful in Zambia. What are you saying about the propaganda, the insults that are being showered on Bishop Benjamin Piri and George Lungu? Because the PF machinery has been coming out accusing some bishops that no, they have been bought by State House. These, on one hand, you are saying no, UPND has been insulting Alick Banda. But what are you saying about these PF operatives who are, on one hand, they are hero worshipping Alick Banda. They are hero worshipping by Alick Banda. And on the other side, they are insulting some bishops, three bishops that are being insulted by the PF, by the very people that are defending Alick Banda. Because to them, Alick Banda is their own. Is part of them. And according to them, George Lungu, Benjamin Piri, and this other bishop from a southern province, according to them, these have been bought by State House. Total malice. So you are busy defending this one. But these very people, they are accusing other bishops and accusing them of being corrupt. Because according to them, a bishop cannot go to State House and engage a president. Once he does that, according to them, he has been bought. And of course, you can't blame them because this is the tradition that they know. When during the time of Lungu, they know that those who were going to Lungu, they were being offered some material. And they are taking it that once no, he has been bought. He has been bought. Even bishops or men of God who are trying their level best to intervene, because whether you like them or you don't like them, if you are a good leader, especially a religious leader, you must interact with them. Because at the end of the day, they have the destiny of the poor that you are saving. So you cannot declare them to be enemies or adversaries. No, you can't. You have to engage them. So now whoever engages the Hakainde Hichilema or anyone in UPND, he becomes an enemy. And these people are busy attacking Abama bishops, the Catholic bishops. And what are you saying? Because you are saying, no, this one has been called names. But what are you saying about those people who are praising the Archbishop, those who are saying we should escort Alick Banda? They are busy insulting other bishops. So what are you saying? In my view, it is because of the political activities, Yava Alick Banda, which has actually brought division in church. I'm telling you, even me, a strong Catholic, a very dedicated Catholic. Of course, I'm a sinner, and that's why I need the church. I'm not perfect. But here I am now discussing these issues. The activities of Alick Banda has really divided the church. I have got a number of priests who I have been interacting with on this issue. And many of them, they are expressing concern. It's just that they can't come out and talk. They can't talk like this. But me, I have to talk. And I'm talking because I'm a politician, yet a Catholic. And I'm talking because my Archbishop has become political. So what do I do? You can't expect me to shut up. Some of you are saying, no, I mean, this one, you should have declared interest. I declare interest. I'm a politician. And this man, he has not declared interest, my interest. He's not looking at my interest. I sit down and keep quiet. But Alick Banda, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, he has got his own politicians that he favors. Not me. Not me. And why shouldn't I complain? I'm a politician. He's playing politics. Why should I keep quiet when Alick Banda is playing politics? He has brought division. Truth be told, he has brought division. Even amongst bishops. And even as I'm talking, you accept, you agree. Even this issue of material, it is because it's not just about the car. It's not just about the car. It is not just about the car. Now, Archbishop have another issue. Now, it is not just about the car. The benefits that he got from Balungu is more than a car. More than a car. It is more than a car. Tuyanoko. Muileka tuyoko because mwamba kutupushinga. Mwamba file kwa tumule tuchena. When you are defending something that is wrong, file mule kwa tumule tuchena. Fueba ikele muntu anikane muisamba ya chimutu. Fueba le mfoko wa masukwa yale pona. Us who sat under the tree. Us who sat with Edgar Lungu. Us who saw. Us who interacted with some of these people. Even the guys in State House. If Amos was to open the mouth, Amos Chanda. If Amos was to open the mouth, you would all shut up. If Amos was to open the mouth, they would all shut up. But you see, I mean, I appreciate people like Amos Chanda for their maturity. But I'm telling you, I mean, people know, we know these things. We know how these things were being done. We know how these things were being done. Even this issue of the car. Because some of you are saying, no, but what about these donations? What about these donations? We are not saying that politicians cannot donate. We are not saying that people cannot donate. They can. But this particular donation, there is an issue with this particular donation. This is not a donation that Edgar Lungu took money from his pocket and bought a car for Alick Banda. No. This is a vehicle that came from government. And they played around. They played in Mingalato so that the car can end up in the hands of Alick Banda. This is not something that you can dispute. This case is in either case Varando quite open and shut. This case here motoka. Now once we were support, no, haka inde ichirema, shan. This case in either case is what open and shut. If this case opens up at the magistrate, it opens up at the magistrate. Where Alick Banda is aligned in the magistrate, at the end of the day, mukanjibukisha. Alick Banda kutiba akakwa. Kutiba akakwa. You people who are being arrogant. You don't know what you're dealing with. This case is one of those cases that I say open and shut. Because having a vehicle or any property that was dubiously obtained, you are also liable if it is proven that you knew. If it is proved that you knew that this car has not come properly in my possession, if you know that this car has not come in my possession correctly, kuti wakakwa, having a proceed of crime, or converting something, and it ends up in your hands, kukakwa na iwe, we have filled musondaland that gift car. It's not a, yes, it was a gift car, but where did it come from? Where did this gift come from? Where did this gift come from? Pushe, is it okay for me just because ndefo kuyatula ku church? Is it okay for me to go and steal a property? No kuyatula ku church. Is it okay? Is it okay? Because partner inenka bakateka. Ninakateka nomba. I want to impress my priest friends. Would it be okay for me to start taking government property and start distributing among my priest friends? Would that be okay? Just because I'm giving my priest friends, then it is okay? No. No. This issue of the car, it is a very delicate issue. And I want to appeal tonight. I'm appealing tonight that the Archbishop needs to humble himself. Needs to humble himself. This attitude of trying to, play big and, innocent. Kuti vakakwa pali imotoka. Kuti vakakwa pali imotoka ndemieva. Va Archbishop kuti vakakwa pali imotoka ndemieva. Yes, it was a gift, but this gift came from where? From ZRA. How did it end up in the hands of the Archbishop, in his name? And this is where also the problem comes in, when you are selfish, when you are materialistic. How does the Archbishop receive this gift and, put it in his name? Put it in his name. Of course, it's not that it is illegal from the Catholic point of view. It is not illegal. It is possible. It is possible. But it shows selfishness. It shows selfishness. And this is how sometimes lesa alasevanya. This is one of those cases where God comes and exposes you. Why is it happening like this? Is exposing the Archbishop. Is exposing whereby God, because naena lesa aranaka limo, lesa naena aranaka. That's why elesa mkufumia fintu pabwero afifumia pa fiafuma. Ngefifine fifia na afifuma fiafuma pabwero. Things are coming out. It is because ka behavior kaba Archbishop shani fidia utwa kupokelera bala tumfa wino bala bashikwe tofya kutula tababalo lesha wamuna balolesha na kumulu ba Stefi balolesha na kumulu kwa tawa kumwene pako watu bole ba Archbishop bamo kuli bamo abantu ba Archbishop is very accessible kuli bamo but kuli bambi bala bashikwe taka kutula. It's very difficult. Ukubamona. It's very difficult. Even there are abengi mulesumina, including our party. Just a priest. Ukumona wa Archbishop. Ni wa Archbishop. The Archbishop should be, on speed down. But ukubamona fe wa Archbishop. Ukubamona wa Archbishop. Tawete fya kutula. Pattern. But bambi badaba kweto to kutula tuja. Awa kwete too sweet, shana. Very easy. It's very accessible. Na kumanda kumia wale monekera. Wale monekera. If I just that if you are munkama, if you are kumbiuku. But the Archbishop naveshiva. So sometimes when you behave too much like that, God also comes in. God comes in. Number after vyachitika number, you want to you start soliciting your fellow bishops to issue a statement. But okay, they have issued that statement. But what are you saying about the car? What are you saying about the car? If the car issue was straightforward, why didn't the Archbishop bring out the information? Why? It's a challenge. Panokana natampokula pali motoka. Imotoke very proactive. Landeni. Explain to people how you got it. Explain it. Don't let him to I'm a political operatives every land. I'm a political operatives every defender. No, King's Richanda, he was not even convicted on this car, whatever. Because like any actually, they have been gracious to the Archbishop. They have been gracious to the Archbishop. That is why this case was somehow put aside. It is because the government actually respected the Archbishop. Respected the Archbishop. No, Mamusango Akovati, the Archbishop over there protect. Anybody knew? No, your government has become rogue. No, the police have become part of the UPND wing. No, the presidency is playing with fire. My statements are very liar. And you can't say, no, UPND is whatever. You cannot have too many issues. Now got too many issues. But you want na kunta njifia kuwata what. Bala ichefi yako. Ba Archbishop tawa ichefishe. That's why if you African, some of you ask me, hey, but why now? Hey, but where is the vehicle? You are trying to be technical. I'm telling you. They looked at this issue and they said, it's the Archbishop. Can we put this aside? Can we put it? Let's just get the car. But no, I never Archbishop. Hey, you are playing with fire. And any number. Who is playing with fire? Who is playing with fire? Who is playing with fire? Let's just be real. Nine Katolika and the Mumbele Koluse, may those in the church forgive me for coming out this way, but you need to understand that this man has been too political. And the former politician, me, as a politician, na challenge kalipa, whereby a politician, but he's favoring other politicians. If he's not if he wants to play politics, let him leave the church and join politics, so that Twaikala won't say for a politician. Not in the next plan you kune politician next plan you na bishop bafumoku bafitwalo mu na imwe and this is not about why you PND ndeni eva ine diriashi ukutamba neryo nalesa putaba balungu ni awe ba Archbishop wala ndirefi awe ba Archbishop wala ndirefi ufune wa yamuna ba Archbishop ngata umune ba Archbishop ba Archbishop imwe bantu shut. And I'm like, what is going on? How does the Archbishop become the kingmaker, the chairman of PF, to decide on some of these issues? How does that happen? How does that happen? No. Really, please forgive me. This one, no, this man is too much, and I strongly believe because if you are and somehow I think God has just said, you know what? No, this is too much. This man has to be stopped. I am sure the Archbishop now, because really. There are a number of things that I will tell you that to say, the Archbishop cannot account. I am telling you, there are a number of things that the Archbishop cannot account. He cannot account. He cannot account for so many things. He cannot account. He cannot account. No manga to anyway. Na fiwoko. But pali imotoka. Vaichefie pantu. You know, he will not use the Catholic Church. He will not use the Archdiocese to defend himself. He will not. This attitude, Dingevifine, Baba call out by just spread by social media. So that, you know, the politicians can be talking about it. He's being defended. I don't have any Archbishop Wafile. He can weigh his pastoral activities compared to his political activities, because he is receiving so much, you know, defense and support from the political operatives, and not from the pastoral, not from the faithful. The faithful are quiet because most of them, they are disappointed. A number of them are disappointed. It is the politicians who he has been socializing with who are busy defending him. Even the mass that is offering, I'm not trying to judge. You know, mass is mass. But really, if you see, when does the Archbishop shine? The Archbishop shines when they are politicians. That's when he shines. That's when he shines. The Cathedral of the Child Jesus has been like, you know, a secretariat, a religious secretariat for the PF. Political activities, yaba PF at Shan, Cathedral of the Child Jesus. That cathedral has been turned into a political cathedral. Yaba PF. Basata bafa kuri memory ya basata 10th anniversary ya basata kuri ifinkolo fionko the PF Cathedral of the Child Jesus. Finish uko, you know, wapusana na government, you know, Bill 7 whatever Cathedral of the Child Jesus. Shan Cathedral of the Child Jesus. Unaimwe. No. Even Yapa, you see, like Apostle, they have announced. He was given a call out. A call out is a great seat. People start talking about it. I'm a politician, they're talking about it, you know. And there is even an agitation to say, no, we must escort him. One would have expected that the Archbishop would have played down Fidia, you know, maybe even discourage people to say, don't follow me. Now, Anjita, it's me that they have called. Let me go. Like the way Jesus Christ did. The way Jesus Christ did. When Jesus Christ knew that he said, it's me they want. It's me they want. That's what Jesus Christ said. It's me they want. Even when the disciples wanted to fight, Jesus Christ said, no, stop that. Stop it. It's me they want. Let them do what they want to me. But our Archbishop, they don't celebrate mercy, and there was information that was leaked to my politicians. Mercy, Archbishop, and the politicians were there. And in there, he announces, tomorrow before I go to Ntuanikane, there will be mass at 8 o'clock. Immediately after mass, that is when I'm going to Dek. Trying to solicit for the public. Because when you know that I want to conquer, and you know that, you know, this might lead into confusion, you discourage it. Even me as a politician, this is why I'm telling you, I've always been saying, I've been always against politicians or anyone going with a multitude of people. I've always been against. I've been against even when Hakainde Hichilema was in opposition. I was against. I was against. You never saw me. It's not that inisha kwatabantu. Nani kwatabantu. And in Zambia, I have got serious political influence. Serious political influence. Today, as you talk, really, I mean, who beats me in terms of political influence? Even when I'm outside Zambia. Na aliba kuna mwegzao. Ndimbutushi. Nchula fie. But still, I have got an influence in Zambia. I have it. So even when I was in Zambia, if at all I wanted to be causing Karaka commotion, I would have also been doing it. Because all it takes in Zambia to have a multitude, you just need to quit have a driver. Driver wapa ntuanikani. Driver wapa station pani. My station. Wapa kulima tawa. Iwe. Mwale. Mfuaila kwa mabasa hadi 5. Ama basa hadi 5. Bosi, okay, nishinga mlewa pera. Driver na rampera 1.5. Then 1 pin ya 1.2. Mwana wa pera ma 20 kwacha. Nga ma 50 kwacha. Ero 50 kwacha ni shishingi. Abe ndibali aba mabasa zindemi eva. Efo baba pera, bali aba ichemona pirikiti mabasa. Tabeshi banoko balea. All you need is a driver. You need to call a driver. You call a driver and tell him how much you are going to pay him. And tell him to find the people. Driver alanga ni kukanyama aya senda baiche tien da kuti tien nizampa sama 50 ma 20 kwacha I usually give them mama 50 kwacha because if I want to get, but some politicians they give much less. Di minimum ya 50 kwacha watina na rampela 50 kwacha driver abadiamo noko badiamo abapela ma 30 kwacha. So in no time, you can have 5 buses filled with people who don't even know where they are going. They don't know. They don't know where they are going. And they will just say, tipeleke za our boss. Tipeleke our boss could. Tipeleke za our boss could quote 10. That's all. That's how it takes Zambia to organize people. But, and how much is that? So with 10 pin, I can have 5 buses if I want. With 10 pin, I can have 5 buses. I can put up like a good budget if I want. Nganavika ka budget ka 20 pin. Awa buchinkupiti wa 1 2. Vaisa, izanda. Pali bufingo wavika pona ma t-shirt. Dida baleisa na uprinta na t-shirt. Bale ingira mu motoka, wapela ma t-shirt, na t-shirt, chapa wafwa. Whichever political party, the same people. If you look at my pictures at you, niwa kada wa PF, niwa kada wa UP, they are the same people. Same people. All you need is a bus driver. You just go, bus driver have along the chapwa. If you want to make it a little bit structured, that's when you use now ama structures. You use chairman. You are chairman wako for yako ntoandikane for yako shan. Toilet organize fintu. Toilet organize. How did you see the people at Edgar Lungu's in Twankan? When Wakapokora went to cut, didn't you see the people who came? How did those people come? How did those people come? I was there. I was at the center. So I know these things. If I want to cause commotion, I can cause that commotion. But I have always been against that kind of commotion. Because at the end of the day, these people, like I've seen, these are just hungry people. Poor people. You even go back to your homes. But these poor people, they stay themselves. That's why I've been against. I have been against that myself. So many times I was called to police. You never saw me going Nawantu. You never saw me in Nawantu. But it's not that I don't have capacity. I had the capacity to do that. I had the capacity to do that. When Kamala Harris was coming in Zambia, I organized people. Didn't you see them? Even on YouTube, even today, you go and see it. You will see them. Now for a t-shirt. I'm able to do it. When I protested against Vakanganja, I organized it. I organized it. How did you see it all over in the media? I organized it. I am very good at organizing. Very good. Very, very good. Very good. When one time at Given Winda was when Sata died. When Sata died, Given Winda was doing what? When he was filing in as one of the candidates. I'm the one that brought Ngamwaloresha. If you go back, you will find the Chinkupitiwa one too. I was able to organize. I have the capacity to do it. I know how to do it. But I've not been doing it because at the end of the day, kwa problems, those poor people, they end up suffering. Now, in terms of the Archbishop now, politicians, what does he do? He organizes a mass. Now a politician, you check Idamas Vachkwata, check. You will see that there was message that went to the politicians and they came. And after that, he announced to say, tomorrow there will be mass here. Tomorrow there will be mass here. And from here, that's when I will go. Politics. Playing politics, using the church. He wants to use mass in the morning to converge people. To converge people. He's actually a coward. Sorry to say, he's actually a coward. Because if he's not a coward, he would have avoided this. They will tell you, I never caused problems for Bakapokola. Never. They were just coming by but I never caused I never brought people, never. But the Archbishop is converging people tomorrow. He wants to converge people tomorrow. 8 hours mukese kumasi. I'm not judging the mass. But I'm just seeing, how the Archbishop Banda operates. Statement nan can call out Tibali Kinsha. Lelo kwa chiwa masi, information went, by politician bese, by politician wachisa. After masi, Mairo, there will be mass again. Rasta announcing. So that, bakachite converge. Ngabachita converge hero nomba bakeme ukuya kuna nikani ku Cathedral of the Holy Cross. I think that is not right. That is not the way. Because what he would have done, he would have quietly, mass is supposed to celebrate. I'm not saying he shouldn't celebrate mass. A priest and especially an archbishop is supposed to celebrate mass every day. But they have got chapels. They have got chapels. He would celebrate, knowing the situation, he would celebrate mass privately in a chapel, and from there quietly drives to deck. But he decides to announce. How many times do you see mass in the Cathedral of the Holy Cross? How many times do you see mass and the Archbishop celebrating it? How many times? He doesn't celebrate mass there every day, no. He has got a chapel where he celebrates mass every day. Why not celebrate that mass privately? Knowing that there is this drama going on. You do it quietly, and quietly you go to deck. But he goes and announces, no, tomorrow there will be mass here. So that the politicians, his political friends, can converge there. And then from there, they would cause confusion as they go that side. This man plays politics. He plays politics. That is the problem. And unfortunately, me as a politician, I've got no choice but to address him as a politician. Yes, I'm a Catholic, but no, my Archbishop is playing politics. I will not sit back and just watch him do politics. I'm a political player. It is unfair. It is unfair if we are going to get into the political ring and our hands are tied. Our hands and mouths are tied because it is an archbishop. We can't talk. No, it is unfair. So let our archbishop, leave the church and come and do politics. We are at a point where people, the opposition, are looking for a leader. Maybe he should come out and, take over from Lungu. After all, he was his close friend. They used to meet almost twice every week. They used to talk almost daily. So maybe he's even a better position, he's even a better person, a better candidate. Let him come out than continue pretending, using mercy, using whatever, and yet he's playing politics. Elonga tualanda ko ati yo ni moba katolika tamfiro kulanda parifi. Hawe na imwe. Hawe. But my humble appeal is that the Archbishop, reduce yourself on this matter. Yes, Mindandefingi, you may even be upset by some of the things that I've said, but I'm telling you, my humble appeal is that you reduce yourself, you go and answer to those charges, but even as you go with lawyers, mature lawyers. Don't go with lawyers like Makebi Zulu. I will repeat this. Don't go with Makebi Zulu. Don't go with people like Sangwa. Go with mature lawyers. And the best that you can do this is to resolve this matter without going to magistrate. Don't allow this situation reach a position whereby you are arrested. Just that. Even for yourself, as an archbishop, even for the church, will be very embarrassing. You are not being called, or you are not going to be arrested for a sedition because you said something. You see, some of us, we have got cases, but our cases, they are not cases that anyone would say you are a criminal. No. Because Kulanda, and think, but what did you say? No, nalilande kwa masoja zama soja tawafuri na but no. Foreshe na masoja lo banjikata. Honestly, who is going to look at me in any other way other than, an advocate that I am? So it is not about, no, you were fighting for a cause. You see the difference for Archbishop? The Archbishop, you have not been called because you are fighting for a cause. You have been called because you have been found with the government property, which you obtained due to your relationship with the head of state, the former head of state, or your association with a political party. That's why you obtained that. That is very serious. That is not a good case. That is not a good case. Even if at the end of the day you are acquitted, it's not a good case. Just for you to be arrested for that, headlines will run. Archbishop Alick Banda arrested. Hey, arrested for possession of proceed suspected to be a proceed of crime. That is not a good headline. That is not a good headline. Now, when you go Vatican, even Vatican will not be so happy about that. And I know the church has got its own way of looking at things, but I'm very sure they are looking closely on this matter. And that headline will not go very well. And even yourself, how are you going to continue? After you are arrested, vakamipere bond, because bond vakamipera if you are arrested. Then next, you'll be going Kumakoti. How will you be going Kumakoti? Mulewera still, you are an archbishop. How? Even just for yourself, how? How? Because kakesa kataka weme. Ngani kesi yako, but no, you are fighting for a cause. At least it is better. But whereby you were found with property suspected to have been stolen from government in your name. Kakesa kaweme. Kakesa kaweme. Au kakesa kataka weme. You are better off negotiating. You are better off being humble. When you are humble, abantu balomfwa. Balomfwa leke ni miye. Balomfwa. Ine pano mwa ikadida fi. But koti ile kulole tamwa ishiwa fondanda. Tamwa ishiwa nopo tuafika. Tamwa ishiwa. Tamwa ishiwa. Tamwa ishiwa. Muka papasa na nkabwela kulia. Muka ansangana pamanda yu. Ngena na chicken and chips. If you want that, ukakujere. What I'm telling you is that balabantu, balomfwa, they are human beings. DPP, alomfwa, muntu na ena. Yes, he has got a job to do, but balomfwa. Ba Attorney General, balomfwa. Ba Solicitor General, balomfwa. Ulawine Nason Banda. Na omuntu alomfwa. Na aka inde ichirema wine na wine muntu. Na alomfwa. All these, they are human beings. Yes, they have got a responsibility as government. But they are human beings. There are certain situations when they make a consideration. And this has happened. I've got a number, I would have mentioned a number of names. People where they humbled themselves and they engaged government. And things went a different way. But if you go, they are fighting the Catholic Church. Babanda mukakakwa. Babanda mukakakwa. Ngatamuli very careful, pali didiashi. Mukakakwa. Don't think that Nason Banda is a fool to come out and say, no, we want him. With all this hula baloo, don't think that they are foolish. And like I'm telling you, they have actually been considerate. It's just that never abandon him. It would have gone the other way. They respected you. They did. Just like even Edgar Lungu. Mulasabaida, Edgar Lungu. Hakainde ichirema. Restrained himself. If Hakainde ichirema had wanted, va Edgar Lungu ngabali ingiremo maseos. There are many cases which Hakainde Ichilema would have brought, and they would have gone, even immunity, Mulanda part, no, because he had immunity. Ngabali fumishe immunity. But Edgar Hakainde Ichilema restrained himself. He looked at him as a brother. Because Mwaikadila said, no, the way he treated him. There are many cases that Hakainde Ichilema would have picked. Even that case of Faith Musonda. Dia puireshani lidiashi, dia endereshani. Shirenda la mashafu mine kuisa, shali shawa nani shirenda la mashafu Faith Musonda. Faith Musonda, shali shakwa shidia. Was that money for Faith Musonda? And if Hakainde Ichilema wanted, don't you think that case would have warranted immunity to be lifted? Yeah? These vehicles that you are talking about, how many vehicles were discovered? How many vehicles were discovered? There are trucks in Zambia. Which have been collected and they are lying around Mozambique. Who bought those trucks? There are so many. There are a lot of properties in Zambia. There are a lot of properties. Amadiru. There are so many Amadiru. chitika, which Hakainde Chilima would have used to go for Edgar Lungu. But he didn't. That's why I'm saying, even these people, yes, they have got responsibility, but they are also human beings. And sometimes they make considerations. And even this issue of Archbishop, it was considered. It was considered. It's not that government just went gun blazing. No. Fiaisa pa ni chwabe neba Alick Banda vachiramo na ma political activities yabo vachiramo pachitumbi bali is at the center. He even comes to be sanctimonious. Pachitumbi. He became sanctimonious to say, no, I cannot negotiate. The negotiations cannot go on. Why? Because the UPND-sponsored media is attacking the Archbishop, being sanctimonious. Being sanctimonious. So, okay. You are holier than thou. Okay. And today. So, everybody really sharp. Don't tapane quite finch. She is real. This story is real. The investigations are real. They are real. Going with this case, mukasanga wa Archbishop wakakwa. Banda mukakakwa. Alandeme wa banda mukakakwa. Muituntumba. And other bishops, please, let's preserve the church. Let's preserve the church. Here, there is no persecution. Here, there is nothing like they are targeting the church. No. There is a prima facie case with witnesses that will come along and give testimony. That just that name, why did he put it in his name? How did it change from ZRA into his name? How did it change? What was the transaction? Because if you are changing the name of a vehicle, you have to state whether now ushita or taushitile, and there must be taxes paid. I know I bought this vehicle and these are the taxes that I paid. Fiance in order, and that's how a name is changed. Bushama documents, Bushama Banda Nava Akwata. Who changed in his name? Who changed? And even when you are changing in somebody's name, there are documents which you sign. You have to sign. In your application, there to change whatever, you have to sign it. You have to sign it. Who signed it? For it to be in his name. In case politics. Hey, no, they are persecuting the Archbishop. They are targeting the church to silence the church. No one has been arrested for talking. The Archbishop has not been arrested for talking. The Archbishop, he has not yet been arrested. He has been called. He has not been called for talking. He has not been called for talking. He has not been called because he told Hakainde Hichilema to say you're playing with fire. No, that's not why he has been called. He has not been called because he called government rogue. No, that's not what he has been called. He has been called because he has been found with a government property which has been converted in his name. How did that happen? My brothers and sisters, let us be humble. Let us be humble. Let the Archbishop be humble. When you are going there, my Lord, I know you but take this advice from me. Take this advice from me, or even you lawyers, take this advice from me. Number one, when I'm saying don't go with the cadres, it is not because I'm scared of anything. No. What will those cadres do anyway? Even if you go with them, what will they do? What will they do? The only thing that can happen is that some of them can be tear gassed, some of them can be locked up, and that's it. So there is nothing to fear from my point of view, because when Tayari is talking like this, then know that this is the best thing to do. You can go ahead. You can go. Escort him. But when you escort him, I mean, if Mwakumana na Sondela, it will be another issue. It will be another issue. So preserve yourself. Me, I'm telling you, preserve yourself by allowing Alick Banda to go alone. And if, for Alick Banda, it's good if you go alone, because at least I'm a political connotation. Right now, you are being looked at as a politician. Era mukaena mtangishanya na ba Fred Membe, ba Harikara, ba nani. It will just make things worse. It will not help you. It will not help you. The best that you can do, Amdala, mulika moto kafe so aka ichefya feka moto na mvenika korora muka kweli na lawyers wenu. Na lawyers wenu kwa mukai. Just 3 people, 2 lawyers with yourself is enough. Is enough. Ngamunefu amuka sendama suretizi na bomuni moto kaimbi. It's enough. Go there. But when you go there, give your side of story and find a way of negotiating such that you don't end up with an arrest. Make sure you don't end up with an arrest. Those people, they cannot call you if they have not put things in order. Evidence is well organized as we are talking. Evidence is well organized. All they will do, nika warn and caution, arrest, give us sureties, they will give you sureties. Next day, per Tuesday, headlines will be going. Archbishop Alick Banda arrested. That in itself is not good. It's not good for you. It's not good for the church. Later on, Archbishop Banda takes plea. Just a plea. Just that plea, you as an archbishop, to go and stand in the magistrate. Taking plea. It's not good. It's not good. But if you go humbly, listen to me and please take my advice. Forget everything that I've said that might have injured you or whatever, but at least get this advice. Please, it is possible to walk in there and come out without an arrest. But it is how you take it, because if you go with pomposity, those people who want to prove, they want to prove this. And you know, government, you don't fight with government. That's why some of us are in exile. This case will be a high-profile case. And there's a high-profile case. It's very difficult to embarrass government. Truth be told. Yes, we can talk about justice, independence of the judiciary, whatever. You can't embarrass government. This will be a high-profile case. That will go to the magistrate. And you think government would want to be embarrassed? They will work day and night. Inana litambasa na movie. I'm a witness, Valaluwa. I'm a witness. Inana dingirepo. You know, on my assault case. My assault case here, mdala, awe, na kumana na nani gani? Atina, surety. Not surety, witness. One of my witnesses. Na landa to pitamu. Milo. Witness wandika. Muli assault case. Mkwai. Ina na inge na mkoti. Call your witness. Don't play around. Don't take away. Muli assault case mtuani. Ina na inge na kwa nishi na witness. Nafika pa koti padia. Witness. Namwana no kumumona ka. Twapushana no pushana. Na isa. Mwachita wino sana. No, thank you very much. No, turiwonse, no problem. Na ingira mkoti ne. Na shala pansi kaidi ni witness. Ina ninjingira mkesi mdenomba. Kaidi aponomba. Chulifata ni shapo turaitana sana defend. Mwaikari lokolanda. Tiyo makebizuru. Nishama lawyers wonse bali mbutuka. Nomba ndei sana represent muntu wandi. Nani mini napana nomba. No. Actually, no. It was lawyer wako Antoine Kanuyo, wakwa Joseph Chirwa. He's the one that took me. Witness alipanse. Go and call the witness. Mkwaito afu mapanse. Ukufaya witness taremoneka. Naruba witness. Kirikiti. Tuwawirira mukati. No, witness is not available. Mtume phone na nshima. Your Honor, please, can we stand down the matter? My witness is not here. We have Dara. That was the last I spoke to him. Witness failed to come. The other instance, Mdara. PF. Mdara ingira mukoti. Kikiti. After ka case kapo. Kusada wafya uyo. Shuri tuwa aiminina. No. Your Honor, we have got an issue to attend to. What is the issue? Let somebody come in. Come in. Somebody ule na muna nkade mumbokoshi. Ni surety wandi. No, Your Honor, I'm withdrawing as a surety. Ndara. You can imagine. So utekote wako angalila kwa hiyo. No, the presidency is playing with fire. Ukasanga balete ya muntu wandi. Ukasanga balete ya. No, it is a wake up from Zetara. Uyo ineweka nani? Ukesa kuiminina mkoti. No, this vehicle, I did what? Nina anyo kesa kuiminina mkoti. Urukarisia. Wamdala, ndebe fishinga. Kukoti te kwa kwangaro, utekote wakangarida. But for me to come and be here, naomba kula chura, te kwa ndichipuwa. If you been TV, kuwa careful. So Archbishop ngata mchenjele, Wamdala mukakakwa. Uyuna nikane abale mitumfya tibanani hapa. Wamdala. Abarani nga public toilet political party. Ni public toilet political party socialist. It is a public toilet political party because abantu bengira mofe kwati ni public toilet bafuma bakesamia afwa because na ndio mdala wale kwa tuma cases kwa mtu kuna wale lisha tu futi kintampia katushinga mkaisanga na paparoti mkaisanga pukatushi pantu fya bapene fya patudi hapa nichuve bali misula tapanya mavoice but nga mwaliko ba giant tumakese tumotunga bali tutana speed up nga mwalingira kale nombo bali mwabata abate wa political giant kababe bakalaba bale nitumfia all these people. I'm talking like this, I might be talking like yo shanshan but ne ule meme vishinka ni nego Wamdala. Wamdala, sorry, mundeleleko. Archbishop. Na ule meme vishinga ni nego. Ngumfweni kona papata. Ichefyeni. Ilo mas muitire mailo. The mass that you have called Wamdala. Mukapepe. Ngamwapepa. Tell people to say na papata muinkonka. Let me go alone. Because muikayamu kafia uli Nason Banda. Muikayamu kafia. Don't make it vadeki wakafulwe. Because ngamabaraka wakafulwe Wamdala. Wakachitechi piu Wamdala. Wakachitechi piu. They will arrest you. And they will lose nothing. And nothing will happen. They will arrest you. Catholic Church will remain. Even those other bishops, they will remain. The faithful will remain. They will arrest you. And when they arrest you, kesinga ya mkoti. Ya lishupoku fuma. This is another. This is I am concluding on this one by saying that if you have got case akashiri winu, please make sure that you negotiate that case taile mkoti. Ngaya mkoti case yali shupo kufuma. So if you have got an opportunity to negotiate that your case doesn't go to court. Ngaya ingira mkoti ila shupo kufuma. It will be too late. Time to negotiate, time to be humble. It's now Alick Banda na papata. I'm saying this not out of what. This I'm saying it from a good faith. I want you to continue as my Archbishop, you know. Continue as my Archbishop, but in the you cannot embarrass a government. You can't. You can't embarrass a government. You can only run away. That's all you can do. you can only run away, Mdala. Not that to embarrass the government. Nako zaka inde ichirema 2026 ile is ale pitana kabiri because sometimes wama wantu wala ibepa no kuibepa no haka inde ichirema is going, haka inde ichirema is not going, haka inde ichirema is not going. So if you are going with that belief yeah but no ubuteko elections are coming mlei mukaisanga muni mwamone haka inde ichirema is not going. UPND is still in situ. So be humble. I'm opening phone lines, Bani. I'm opening phone lines so that you can also participate. I'm telling you, no. Hey, he's fighting the Catholic Church. Catholic Church doesn't have armies, yeah? A Catholic Church, the Pope is not Donald Trump. Who are going no, akesa imewa aka inde ichile mushiko. The Catholic Church is Donald Trump. It's not Donald Trump. Because you might think that the Pope is Donald Trump. He organized Vasil. What can I say in Gira? Community house. How? Not the Catholic Church. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes. Evening, Dad.
Good evening. Please speak up. Speak up so that we can hear you.
Okay, are you able to get me?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, I wanted to find out about the Bishop Iliashi. The former ZRA boss, the one who was jailed. The car that is owned by the Archbishop, is it connected to the former boss of ZRA?
No, that vehicle is not. From my understanding, that vehicle is actually not there. Why? Because it was put aside, in respect of the Archbishop. All the investigations have pointed out that that vehicle did not properly go to Archbishop Alick Banda. That is for sure.
Okay. Okay, all right.
Thank you. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, how are you?
Fine, Precious, how are you?
I'm okay. I want to contribute where you talked about Faith in Sonda's case. And also talking about immunity Alarungu. I'm not interested in these other things you're talking about. But now, Mr. Tayari, sometimes when you talk, you should be listening to yourself, because what you are telling the nation is not making sense. Vakande Chama is the president of this nation who cannot tolerate corruption. So you cannot tell the people to say, if he wanted, Valungu could have been in cells. But if he facing so that, you are listening to yourself, Mr. Tayari.
Iwe, listen. Listen. Iwe, listen. Kabioko, Iwe. We don't post it in Shita. When I'm talking about Faith Musonda, I know what I'm talking about. So don't come here and start trying to contradict me. Nama problems yove. I know what I'm talking about. I cannot mention Iket Siakwa Faith Musonda if I don't know the facts around that case. I know the facts around that case. I know. So hey, careful. Hello?
Mr. Tayari.
Yes, my brother.
Are you getting me loud and clear there?
Yes, very clear.
I am Mish. I'm calling from the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. You have given enough advice to our Archbishop. I've been following you. You have spoken your mind. You have done everything.
the ball is in the hands of the Archbishop to listen. If he doesn't listen to the advice you have given him, he will regret. He will regret and regret for the rest of his life. In an event that he is given a case, a motor theft case, that is not bailable.
No, again, Miji, this is not this is not about theft of motor vehicle. No, no, it will not go there. This is about being found with a property, a government property. You know, that is the case that that is around here. It is not about theft of motor vehicle. No. Yeah. Anyway, thanks very much. I think you have made a point. Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Atari Mishan.
Bueno. Mwana, they can send the first hour mdalala. I've cut one person because this man was sending me messages, so I want him to express himself. Hello. I've cut one person because hello.
Good evening, Mr. Tayari.
Good evening. I read your messages and I decided not to respond, but I'm sure you have followed my arguments, and I'm sure you are clear. Now that you are on the program, please go ahead.
No, thank you so much. Yeah, I've been following you. I think Hello?
Yes. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'm saying I've been following you ever since this issue of our bishop started. And I think your submission now should be the first one, because just today I think you have done, this one should be either the second or the third, just for today alone. And I think with what the previous scholar said, you have done enough. And I think I would advise now you can rest.
Now, this is where I have a problem with you. This is where I have a problem with you. I mean, in which capacity are you telling me that I've done enough? I do my advocacy in Inchtoyandi. When you are an engineer, and when you are doing your job, I mean, I would not come in. This is my job. I know how I do my job. So please, don't come here and tell me you have done enough. This is my job. This is what I do. So I know what I'm doing. Please don't tell me stop doing now. Nchiriko. I will stop when I believe that no, I can stop now. And remember, me, I also see what others are saying. Some of the things that I'm explaining here, I'm responding to what other people are saying. Because if there's no one who responds, the propaganda, your propaganda, because your propaganda is busy talking, and you are telling me shut up. No, stop talking. But your propaganda is busy talking. No, I will continue talking. Are we okay?
But President, look here. You have advised. You started yesterday. This morning you posted you advised. Afternoon you posted you advised. This evening, 20 hours, almost an hour, you have advised. That's why we are saying for now, we rest a bit.
Awe,
tomorrow.
Landeni kofimbi. I know when to stop. I know when to stop. I know when I've done enough. Not on this story.
But how long can you continue advising?
No, don't worry.
For now,
don't worry. Umfweni, don't worry. Imwanga mwanako kumfwa, what you do, don't just read what I'm doing. Do something else. If you are tired, do something else.
we want to reserve your advice tomorrow after the appearance, because then we want to reserve you for tomorrow after the appearance.
Vamdala, okay, ufweni vamdala wadi. Imwe nali michindika sana imwe. Nali michindika. Mwali sambirira imwe. Mwali sambirira. Nali michindika. So, please, let me do my job. Ine instant. Nali ishwa sana. Nali ishwa. Nali ishwa mtu wandi. So, lekeni fiendera nda. I would stop when I know that, apana mbapa. It's okay. So, for now, let me continue. Let me do my job. Is it okay?
No.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Precious is busy calling. Precious, I don't want to start arguing with you. No, not today. Not today. I'll squat the patience, Rero. Hello? 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 Hello?
President Mabombe.
Mkwai, Shan Mwana.
I'm the winner negative Mabomba Shan.
Winner Femun to us. You say what you take. The only thing that you can do, Kubutuka.
Yes, I've read what you have said. You have advised the Archbishop to humble himself. And yeah, so I think it will be also fair enough if also the UPND, if they can handle this matter carefully. I've seen it. I'm a press briefing from the GEC CEO, the Home Affairs today, and this issue from the time that the issue call out, if you pay attention, it's fabric.
Mwana.
It's not a...
Mwana. Today, to pose mkuivepa. DEC, why did DEC make a pronouncement? DEC gave a call out to the Archbishop. The Archbishop brought out the call out in public domain. And people started saying, no, hey, they are targeting the Archbishop. DEC had to make a statement. That's why DEC made a statement to say, look, that we are not targeting him. There is this issue of motor vehicle, which is one we want to find out. And usually DEC does not even give those details. But at least this time, they gave those details. That is one. Number two, we had a press conference. A press conference that came, who issued a press conference? Was there any other press conference? But anyway, it's only Max Mue who has been talking about it, trying to explain. Then we had a press statement today. The press statement that came from the Minister of Home Affairs. He was basically emphasizing this point to say, we are not targeting the church, because yesterday there was a statement from the Catholic bishops. So the minister was responding to what the Catholic bishops said. And then there was a question that came as a follow-up to say, what about those who want to follow him? Then he addressed that. Yes. So from the UPND side, I think they are responding out of what is coming from the public domain. If you look at the PF blogs, they are busy saying all sorts of things. They are even saying, hey, Archbishop was poisoned, when he's going tomorrow, whatever. They are saying all sorts of things. And the government is simply responding to those issues. So you cannot further them to say, now what Steph? No, I think even if we want to apportion blame on the government, not on this one, guys.
Okay, President Chad, yes, to make it clear, I heard the Minister of Home Affairs, Honorable Jack Mwemu, say, no, don't go with supporters there and so on. That's to make it clear. But Bishop Tavaria Panama actually is going with Father Nicholas Mwanga, a lawyer from Archdiocese of Ndola, is the one who is escorting him.
Okay, now...
They have him mass there and no politician will be escorting.
Okay, now listen. Why did he announce it in Chechi yesterday, today, to say, my Lord, there will be mass, and then from here, that is when I'm going to dig. Whilst in the public domain, people or politicians. But Archbishop has not said, I'm going with people. But people have been saying, no, we are escorting him. We are escorting him. Do you think it was wise for him to announce, to say, tomorrow I'll be here doing mass, and after mass, then I will go? Do you think that was wise? Wasn't that soliciting for public, for public support or escort? Wasn't that indirectly? Because even if it is me, if you have heard that people want to come with you, the best that you can do is to make sure that you elude them. You make sure that you don't, they don't see you going. They don't even know how you are going. Now you go and announce to say, I'm having mass today, tomorrow I also have mass, and then from here I will go. That is inviting people. And you are, as a Catholic, you know that on Monday, there are no masses. If there are no masses, you know that. On Monday, there are no masses. But the Archbishop had to announce, and even if he was having mass, it's not that he shouldn't have mass. Why not have mass in a chapel? Why coming to announce to the people to say, Mayo, nikakwata mass pano, and then from here, I'm going to Dek? Was that wise? Sure.
Okay, so President Kari, let me just give you one practical example, then I end from here. Like for instance, when President Hakainde Hichilema was in opposition, he never invited any supporters. He would drive them from home, but you find the love that they have for him. Supporters will come there using their own transport money. In this case, Bishop Alick Banda is a bishop in the Catholic Church. The love of the church that abantu bakwata. What will happen? No, we give solidarity to our Archbishop who stand outside without making any violence, just peaceful, just is there anything wrong with that?
Let me tell you, there is everything wrong about what you have said. Number one, you are speaking for Hakainde Hichilema to say Hakainde Hichilema was not inviting people. Have you spoken to Hakainde Hichilema to know that Hakainde Hichilema was not inviting people to come with him? Have you spoken to him? And even if Hakainde Hichilema, listen,
public announcement.
Yes, but does it mean that because he never said it, does it mean that he didn't want his cadres to escort him? Even if Hakainde Hichilema was calling me and he told me that, I would tell him I would not agree with him. Yes. Why? Because the very fact that you announce that I'm going there, when you know you have got people, the very fact that you announce I'm going there, you know you are causing problems. If you don't want people to follow you, don't bring it to social media. But the Archbishop, because the Archbishop plays subtle politics, he plays subtle politics. He spreads the call out, and he's announcing, tomorrow I'm having a mass here, then I'm going there. No, come on, my friend. As much as you want to help Alick Banda, no, my brother, truth be told, he would have handled this better than this. He's already attracting people. He doesn't have to say it. He doesn't have to invite people, but simply saying, I'm going this side, and the people follow you. It is not right. Why do you want people to follow you? Why? For what?
Yeah.
Bye, my friend. Bye. Hello?
Hello, good evening, Matai.
Good evening.
So, Matai, for me, it's a short one. I just want to encourage you that continue speaking. Even my Lord Tavaraya could if you can do another live broadcast, please go ahead and do that. Maybe at some point our good bishop will see sense in your advocacy, because I think I believe that one of the good tenets of a Christian, especially a man of that stature as Archbishop, it has to be humility.
Yes.
And And if Archbishop cannot show that humility, because you see, even the alabalu that has been made in the public, it was started by him the moment he received the call out. He could have handled it, I think, maturely and showing care. But I think he has even exposed himself more that actually is more political than a man of the caller. And you see, I think also, you see, this is a man that has issues with the current president. But again, even when you look at the people that are speaking or those who are advising, he's being advised by the same people, the political pundits, who have also issues with the sitting president.
Yes,
So of course, people like you, the voices of reason will try and speak. But I'll tell you this, that in the end, the man, he stands to lose. And you know, also what is shocking about this whole thing is that among the people that are trying to pretend to speak for him, no one has come to say, no, actually, they are running away from the real issue.
No, exactly.
They are running away from the real issue. Yes. No one has talked about, is what this is saying, is it true? No one wants to look at that, but then they want to hide in saying, no, this government or DC, they just want to, and so on. I think that is not the substance of the issue. The substance of the issue is that there is a vehicle in question here, which is a government property that suddenly changed into his name. So let's address that even before we start misleading the public and so on. But last but not the least, I want to say this, that I think you have a Banda. All these politicians who today are masquerading like, you know, they are standing with him. Look at the people they were standing with. The people they were lying to, where are they? Some of these people, they have even stopped going to visit them. Yes, not even their families. They have stopped visiting them. And in the end, the bishop, like I said, is the one who stands to lose, because once he's convicted, he is even also going to be excommunicated from as a bishop. So there is a lot for him to lose. So the best thing this bishop should do, if at all is really a man of God and not a politician, it is just to humble himself and probably see how this thing can be handled administratively. I think also there is a provision on how some of these things can be handled.
Yeah, no, there is.
Even him being convicted.
There is. There is within our laws. Within our laws, there is a possibility where government is able, you know, to negotiate with people, and a number of people, have
sure
actually.
That is what you were even also trying to talk about when you mentioned the issue of First Musonda, although it was taken out of context by some frustrated individuals.
No, thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, please. Yes.
Akawasikia mfanyeni shinga zenu. Ni swali. Do you know why Maduro was
Zulu, which Zulu?
It is Maduro.
Maduro, Venezuela.
Yes, because of the opposition, reckless yabo kulandalanda. Kutoka kwa sungu. Adengira bekati. Even in Zambia, we are doing the same thing.
Yes.
The opposition yakawati. Kutoka kwa sungu. Anything kutoka kwa sungu. Last time hapati. Nakene mwini. Phone number amba ukaka. Adjusting rules, because if the opposition becomes so reckless, I'm telling you, you are in danger.
It's true.
You need to go these people are danger to the country. They are afraid because they are driven by hatred.
Nakanela mdala never is Pascoe West. Especially two Pascoe is Archbishop Alick Banda nabo bakasama bachama. These people are dangerous to this country because no what happens that even mungana mudamwina nyana mkodalo okandeni ebo fara okasida chorara sikumbi yo kafumako alaba kabara sasa mko ivasipe mungana because we have got this kind of people you have as social in Zambia now. There are people that can live no human rights in whatever they can. They are telling you this country has been troubled.
Well,
I'm encouraging every family to do.
well, I may not agree with your line of I may not agree with your line of thought. I want to declare that I don't agree with your line of thought that no, these people are dangerous. I really don't think like that, but I do agree with the fact that the opposition can make the country look so bad even when the country is doing well. But just because they are talking too much, they can make the country look bad. And this is why I am busy. Listen, and this is why myself, I am busy talking because if I don't talk, the country might look bad. Hello?
Good evening, Mr. Kari.
Good evening.
Okay. Thank you so much. Finally managed. I've struggled to call you today.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I have followed your program from the start. And I like the way you are bringing up issues concerning the bishop. You've explained the whole thing so well. And I think whoever has ears should listen, because what is happening to Dr. Alick Bishop Banda can only be a lesson to others as well. There are a lot of other church leaders who are obviously behaving in the same way even today. So I have also noticed, not only from other churches, even from my own church, these church leaders, they give so much attention to people who have something to offer, more especially financially.
Yes, especially these politicians.
So,
these politicians, they are busy inviting them.
Where the money is coming from.
They're busy.
You will find that they will be so excited about receiving gifts.
My sister,
politicians.
My sister, just a moment. Elections are coming.
Yes.
And you will see these political leaders hopping from one church to the other, being invited by these church leaders. And they invite them not because they want to come and pray with them or to convert them. They invite them so that they can come and donate.
They can give them something.
That's why, campaign now has gone in much churches. One church, our politicians are campaigning in much churches, being invited by these church leaders and anointing them.
Very true.
Please go ahead.
So you will find that they are not even giving attention to the other church members. They are paying more attention to these people who are the political leaders. Even when you want to see them, like you have said, they will not even have time for you. Unless maybe you are one of those famous business people that have got money, because they know that every time you are going to visit them, you are going to leave them something. So it's a lesson to others, because these gifts that they are receiving, they may not know where they are coming from.
Where it is coming from, indeed.
What happens to Dr. Alick Bishop Banda today may actually happen to someone tomorrow.
Yes.
Because these people, they can use any kind of gift, regardless of where it's coming from. And you should see how these church leaders get so excited about receiving these gifts. When such issues start coming, and when they are receiving these gifts, they don't even announce to the church. The
Like
only
what?
time we get to hear about these things is when there are cases like this.
Yes.
And then now they want to drag all the church members into the issues the church members did were not even aware about. So Dr. Alick Bishop Banda received a lot of gifts alone, but now that it's time for him to
I like this.
answer to he wants to drag everyone into this case. And some people may end up actually getting injured along the way. He may actually even be safe, and yet he was the big beneficiary of this whole thing.
Yes.
So what I would urge the church members, please don't be dragged into issues that you do not know. You were not a beneficiary. You did not eat not even a penny from what Dr. Alick Bishop Banda was getting from these political leaders. So when they ask you to go and congregate tomorrow, please don't even waste your time. Because this man was eating alone. He did not tell anyone how much he was getting from these political leaders. So please, people, let's not be naive and just get involved in anything that we are taught to do simply because these are our church leaders. Thank you so much, Mr. Tayari. This is my contribution.
I really like your contribution. It is a very good observation. Like indeed, Alick Banda, among all of you who are here, and those of you who are talking, who knew that he received a vehicle? Who knew? Did he announce to the church? He even registered it.
Only getting to know about it now.
Yes, he even registered it in his name.
So if there was no change of government,
yes,
he wouldn't have known. Even up to now, he would have not disclosed that he received.
Yes, and and the other point you have mentioned to say they eat alone. I want to challenge people, even those Catholic faithfuls, who even know where Alick Banda stays. Who even know where Alick Banda stays? Because
don't even know.
Because as an archbishop,
suffering, he has never even helped them despite being members of the
yes,
church.
as an archbishop,
he was receiving all this colossal amount of money.
A lot, a lot.
Yes.
That man lives like a king. He lives like a king.
Yes.
He lives like a king among
he's so bitter
among the bishops in Zambia. I think Archbishop Alick Banda is the most comfortable archbishop, most comfortable.
Yes.
Anna, why? Where does he get the money?
Thank you so much, Mr. Ted. You have a good night.
Thank you very much. I mean, let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Let's say things as they are. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, atali mshani.
Bwino vemkwaye.
Hawuliro nalanda kwechiremba.
No, London kona muchisungu. So mule mix it up because there are some people who don't understand Bemba. So they might not be able to translate.
Yeah. Okay. I think the last caller has made it all clear for all of us. I spent a lot of time in Ireland. I lived in Ireland for a long time. And if you go back and see what the church has done, especially the Catholic Church, if you go to Ireland, a lot of people say to you, I've stopped going to church because of what the Catholic Church has done. A lot of things that they did, I don't want to go through all that. And a lot of Catholic priests have gone to prison because of that. And it's not only Ireland, it's all over the world. It's in England, it's in the US. When all these cases are happening, when all these priests are called or when they're going to court, you don't see the congregation going with them. They go by themselves to go and answer to their deeds by themselves. Who does Dr. Alick Banda think he is? And also, I was looking at him. When you look at him, one of the pictures that I looked at, the first thing that came to mind was he was actually wearing an Apple Watch. Okay? Don't get me wrong, he can afford an Apple Watch, I'm sure. But let's go in the Vatican and see how many archbishops today, if they had a meeting today, let's see how many of them would be wearing Apple Watches. And like you said, he lives like a king. If we compare him to all the other archbishops. But anyway, I'll leave that there. But the other thing that I'm going to talk about is I just want to be very clear from the onset. Archbishop Alick Banda must appear before the ACC and DC if summoned. He's not above the law, and neither his clerical office nor public influence grants immunity. And around the world, like we said, when priests, bishops, archbishops are required to answer to or investigate to investigative authorities or courts, they do not go there. I mean, they have to go there in a personal capacity, not on behalf of the church. This standard, I mean, this practice, it has to stay the same for everybody, no matter who the person is. Okay, so my concern is that Alick Banda has increasingly blurred the line between spiritual leadership and partisan politics. Without Banda, he's an absolute cadre. Let him just, like I said, resign.
Very much, thank you. Hey, please, I'm not using this line, this direct line that somebody's calling me. Hey, please don't use the direct line to call me. Please. This is being something else, eh? You are disturbing my life on this side. Eh? Please don't use this line to call me. Precious is busy calling, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to pick just to entertain. I'm not going to entertain. I mean, some of these comments that don't make sense. Eh? I need to block.
Ichakuva chiromba tuime cheichi yonse turamukupepera pachiruvo chusha taricherereta sana ensoni kufia kuchalo icho chiruvo chiri kuri vaariki Banda tachiri kucheichi vafuire vaya asukafira vene veka vafyo vachitire techeichiyo nomba mukupepa kachi kuya mukupepana chiruvo mwamukuchipeperapo awe chendipeperesa muchine nokionga vakema vakamukupepa mairo vakamukupepera pali chinshi tuvepushi vakamukupepera pali chinshi vakamukupepera pali zenso vaariki Banda vachitire nangu vakamukupeparesa awe chakana vatayari mwandiri chakana chirereta nensoni nomba kuri vashima pepo kute muisho omudyo evirerenga vyonsevi natotera vachose tayari
Okay. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, Inspector.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. I'm calling from South Africa.
Yes.
But I want to find out one thing from you. Bushe umuntu ngaperwa gift. Is it a person to question where the gift is coming, or you also to pocket the Rama gift to song up here? But if you are buying something from someone, wasanga creating to chasangwa in possession na iwe. The police will ask you for a receipt and identification ya muntu
wakushtishe ngawasangati wachitile chakuiva. There you are liable of answering to the police. Buying a stolen property. But mwari umfwapwati receiving police at this one has been arrested for receiving a stolen gift.
Yes. So number umfweni.
Okay.
Umfweni. Receiving or buying stolen property or something that is tainted, it's a crime. So even if vakupera gift, yes,
in certain instances.
Listen. Problem mwala kwatani. Anditamwasambirire ngamwambo kutarikana nokuntarika before chilalondolola ile ndevo kumipera ifishinka not if amatontonkanyo amatontonkanyo ifishinka ifishinka efo fyako evati ifishinka fyako evati inawe ne pano na chulu fatayadi apapene mwatu mafoni awe na mitumi nawe mwachilanda kuna sana pa program ndefo aya mipere motoka Ero mwaibatao natotera sana ndeifu wa motoke. Ero na mpera motoka. Mwachinja na shina. Mwachinja na shina. Yala mwishina lienu. Ilia motoka ngabaisa sangukwati motoka ya kuiba. Nangu inena naifumisha kunchito kumwandi. Oko mbomba. Nangu kubuteko because I'm a politician. I've got powers. Then I give you that vehicle. Mula ndukuli imwe. Baka mipushoka wati. I gift mwapokelele mwali ishi oko ya fumine nga mwalanda ati awe nchishi oko ya fumine ata awe nchishi oko ya fumine ile bamperefe batari eno basa mipushoko bati nga bachingishe shina ukufumya mu buteko ukwisaleta mwishina lero ni banani ero kulingana nefo twaishiba pakuchinje shina motoka kulabo kufilinga mafomu wasaina no kusaina we mwine wa motoka
from the previous owner.
So icho babetire ba Archbishop nomba bakala bepushoko bati mwachingishe shani ishina ukufumya mu uteko ukufumya mu zedara ukuleta mwishina lyenu chali shani bakalondolole nomba ushe ngachakwati kuzedara ati yo nena ishe bati ya kuzedara ati na bashita ofu mwa ishe bati na bashita okay. Ngabasangati awota waishibe umfweni. The issue is if you can prove that really you didn't know that the property that was given to you was stolen, if you can prove, then you can be let go. Tankweto mulando. But efo tulelanda pa so tapani tafipuseni yo
mwamona apota pali na ba bishop ina mkuchimona utandi tabale tino kuya police atina beba vale tino kuya police because of the people that are calling him. They are not in good books, so we are failing to understand.
And why are they not in good books? Wait a minute. Why are they not good? Why are they not in good books?
There is a history. There is a history behind it.
What is the history? What is the history? What is the history? What is the history?
Historia pi useve ni kuri historia kwati ba bishop tabale umfabwino filetika mutaro. So even you batadi. You can't go to a person who you are not in good terms with a clear heart to say naima naya. Naimu mke bakuba bururu venu ato tieni mushindiko kuku. Uyu muntu ulenji tasamu chetekera. Which is normal from a human perspective.
Okay.
No, but we are trying to beat around the bush. Whoever tiba bishop yobadi babatari. Ilia motoka ya zedara buteko. For changing ownership, kula ba the previous owner and the new owner. Once ababa de change ownership, taba ishiba ti motoka ifumine kuzedare. They are government things, agencies, they were change ownership. It could have been a case when it was someone what the blow to say Banda na batenda moto keyachiba na chinja mapepa. But the same government omo yale pita pa kuchinja evalera ndatinaveva inetina yaiva itinduna ya kupolisi mukuchinja ownership echonjibile. So let's be clear here. Takwa kumuntu uchinja ownership vachinjisa kupolisi. There are people who are involved because nganiba ratsa nganiba nani. Those are government institutions. Ero nomba bishop uwivile moto kana nakabona la munango vaya mudia vachinja. And is calling for support, not that balefwati baliva muvelele muvatiteshani motoka yakuiva bapolisi besa kung'anda. The people who are bapele motoka, they are arrested. Why can't it end with the people that stole? Bali kitana profit motoka yava mu government saying okay inebali impera but ichinja isiba chakuiva. Even in where taxes are concerned, umuntu ngapere mpia the gift, taiva tax, because the gift is not questioned. Go wherever you can research batari, gift tabata question. But if you are buying a property, you must question to say where is it coming from.
If you can wind up in conclusion.
Winding up. Banda, if he needs prayers, let it be to him. But I don't want to touch on your side, but you are a Catholic. Catholic has so many educated people, lawyers and everything. They can't be stupid to support a person who they know is stolen. In conclusion, me as Daniel Malachi, I'm thinking you guys are petty in what you are doing. Let's wait for Banda, but in Abantu not let's make that point clear. Thank you, Mr. Tayari.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Hello?
Batari.
Mkwan.
Mule kosa sana kutufunda. You know, ala mwila seka, ndio zenda wa controversial kwa kushita contribute. You know, people, they want to get a certain attention or certain information, but in a manner whereby they know exactly to say they are supporting the Archbishop. And they are supporting the people who gave the vehicle to the Archbishop. Hello, you know, I'm very pleased personally to you because you try by your means at least to give the proper background of what is happening so that at least even when you are commenting, you let me parent it all. Let me tell you truth to be told. Number one, Ababa Mdara never say Vanyeshna Catholic. Let us not even beat up on the bush. Even last time when I called you, I told you and I declared myself that me, I'm a Catholic. And maybe let me even mention where I pray from.
No, don't mention. Don't mention. Just leave it there.
Thank you very much. Now, let me say this to my brother. Ababa Mdala, number one, he's a political figure. He have just to come open Muma politics. Let me touch one issue where this gentleman has said what no, because they're not in good books with the government. Which good books? And who is the problem, by the way, if you can able even to ask this question? Is the government who has refused Alick Banda to say, no, you are not a good person? No. It's the things in a public where you can stand there as a bishop, you are demonizing Bill 7. And in fact, the issue
iya motoka baadanikane batayari. This issue of the vehicle, it started a long time ago. I think people, they don't even understand. Even as they are commenting, maybe the comment is today. The issue is, Bakaramba, a stolen property. Let us move a term of vehicle. A stolen property, once that property is a stolen property, you have to be investigated. You have even to be arrested. Mamona, and take you to jail. There's no two ways about it for Fiala. The law there is clear. It's not about no just because I was given it for free, then I went there to change ownership and whatever. Okay, fine. You were given, you gave somebody a vehicle. That vehicle doesn't even belong to you. And okay, actually, before I finish that statement,
if you can, Muchitako, can you be brief so that I can take other calls, please?
Yes. So now, the issue is like this, Vatayari. If the same politician then who gave the vehicle to the bishop and they've got money, why get people in the Lamashavo, Papele Bishop, okay, Namutwami Hotela, Nei Motoka ownership, then you get a government property, and now one wish to offer a bishop. Already, even the bishop himself also to help him. He has to understand what about respect, what about respect. You know, he was not respected. Because these so-called politicians in the African Director General, it means he was not respected. Because these people, they've got money. Then you start clapping for them and defending them. No.
Thank you, boss. Thank you.
More so. You have to understand.
Thank you, boss. Thank you. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello. Good morning, Dad.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening. Okay, so I just wanted to just chime in here. And, just looking at the whole confusion. First of all, my observation is that as believers, Zambia is a Christian nation, predominantly Christian people. We serve a God who is not a God of confusion. And this thing has caused so much confusion, which I think should concern our beloved Bishop Alick Banda, because his allegiance is initially to God before people. But we are now at a situation where this saga has divided the church. It has divided the nation at such high intensities. And I am surprised that to this date, Bishop hasn't come up to say that, you people, let's cease fire, because he has the ability to do that. The reason why I'm saying that he has the ability to do that is that a call out when you're a recipient of a call out, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are the suspect. You could also be a witness. So at this point, I don't understand why the bishop is allowing people to debate on an outcome when there's so much speculation in between. From the call-out that I saw, it hasn't listed exactly why the bishop has been called in detail. And I think if the bishop came up and said that, let's wait at least until what is it about? Then today we can be having a discussion to say that this is what they are alleging, and this is how I responded. Despite me responding like this, they are still pursuing me. Then we'll be talking. But right now, we don't know why they called him. He is a citizen. We do understand that as a Catholic clergy, when somebody confesses in the booth, you are not obliged to divulge those things. But this matter
it was not a matter that was done in the booth. This is a public matter that he's been a recipient of a vehicle whose circumstances are seemingly questionable. We don't know whether they're questionable or not. So I think he has so much stake in calming this situation to tell people to say that, I don't even need you to say, oh, Shani and everything like that. Let me at least go and hear to say, what are they calling me for before we can even get to the point to say that he's being, maligned and everything like that. So unfortunately, these things are now looking like he is looking for political allegiances to back him up. But what are we, even if we are supporting him, as a citizen, I think, and also the fact that he's a clergy, he has the obligation to assist the government to govern a country in a way that is above board. So if I am called as a citizen to say that, okay, we have investigations, come and assist us, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's been, unless there's something that is not telling us, that we should potentially be wary of, because like you said, we don't want to start going into things like, and everything like that. Those things are not necessary. Because those things, people know, because, they are there. We know that he stays there alone. Why is he not in a seminary or where everybody else is? So don't let people's minds start going ahead of what is presented. One step at a time. Bishop, come here and do it so that we can be able to apply our minds to say, how do we support the government, or how do we support you, or how do we, maybe this is not even a matter that is as big as it is. The key is in the first step of him availing himself to the law enforcement like any other law-abiding citizen.
Thank you very much, my sister.
Thank you.
Hello? I don't know. I mean, this person.
Yeah,
hello?
hello?
Yes, hello?
I'll wait. Hello?
Yeah. There is a noise that I can't. There is a feedback in the background.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm okay to speak.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I've listened to the conversation that are going and everything and whatnot. Yeah, there's some sort of balance, and it's a very good topic, this one. But I might move a little bit towards a direction. And I don't want to keep going, speaking about the bush. Look,
the line is not very good. Please try to call again and try to stay away from some other gadgets. I can barely hear you. Hello? 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 The gentleman that called me, you can, hello? 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 Hey, what's happening? What's happening here? I'm picking calls, but I can't hear people talking. Hello? 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 Hey, what has happened here? Hello? 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 Hey, what's happening? I can't hear. I can't hear. Hello? I can't hear. Hello? Maybe let me restart the phone. Let me restart the phone because for some reason I'm not able to hear. Let me try to do this. I think let me restart the phone first. Limbika phone kaba. Hello? 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 Hey. I think I need to restart the phone first. I think Kafoni, because there are so many calls, so it seems like I think let me restart the phone. You know, utuma phone ututumoto. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm just restarting the phone because for some reason, the phone was just freezing. There are so many calls that are coming, so it seems that the phone could not cope up. So I'm just trying to restart this phone. The last caller, the lady, was saying the Archbishop, has got capacity to stop all this, and I agree with her. The Archbishop would simply say, all those people that are talking, please, just relax, let me go and hear why I'm being called, instead of crying persecution before you even hear. Before you even hear. But you can only do that if you know that things are not straightforward. And by the way, like I've been saying, that the Archbishop would have been more proactive. He would have come out and explained about that vehicle way before. He would have explained to say, oh, these are the circumstances. But he has been quiet. He has been quiet. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Kayali. This is my first time calling, not my first time listening. I just first of all wanted to say thank you so much for what you are doing and what you do, educating the people of Zambia, because I think that's one thing that is missing in Zambia, having that education, because people just follow whatever they want to follow. But what you do is you break it down to the people accordingly. So I wanted to say thank you so much, first of all. And then my contribution to what's happening in Zambia right now is that I do not see an issue here. I do not even understand why the opposition party or parties are involved in this situation. Because this is a straightforward situation. If the Archbishop is not guilty or there is nothing here to fear, he should just go and present himself, be asked questions, and that will be the end of it. I do not understand why this issue has been politicized. It's not supposed to be. There is no need for this. The Zambian people need to be thinking about other things that the country is that is happening within the country. Like, for example, there's so many things that the president has been praised about what happened with that we will not be using the dollar between China and Zambia. Those are the programs we want to be hearing the people of Zambia listening to, rather than all the time having a political situation that is not supposed to be political at all. So the bishop, if he wants to be a political person, like Bishop, if he wants to be a political person, it's very, very important for the church to ask him whether he has to be a political person, or if he doesn't become a political person, he has to serve the people of Zambia in the way that the people of Zambia deserve to be served, not being partisan, educating, advocating for the poor, advocating for justice. We need that. We don't need any more politicians. So thank you so much for what you're doing. Don't get discouraged. Don't stop, because there's so many of us that have learned so many things from you. So keep going. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello? 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 Hello?
Continue.
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Mr. Tally, the first thing first, Uliati Watson and Precious, just allow her to air her views. I don't think you're being democratic, you're just being dictatorial. And, for a leader or a potential leader, and those that to just brush people aside. I don't know what is there between you two, but look, let her air views about those Facebook on the things and all the rest of it. That's number one. Number two, I think recently you talked about wanting to be a consultant for peers because they're all over the place and all those kind of things. And I sent you a message. I think I responded as a comment. I said, you're a mouth for hire, and you've been accused to be a mouth for hire. Yeah? Now you gravitate towards HH and you're doing all this kind of thing with HH and all this kind of thing. Do you see yourself getting yourself out of the hook because of what you're doing now? Or what is it potentially you are trying to achieve? Look, give us a break. This girl was talking to you about Archbishop, whatever, serve the people and whatever. Look, this is a community and a society with different angles. There's a religious aspect which taps from the same citizens. Political aspect taps from the same citizens. Economic aspect taps from the same citizens and all those kind of things. I don't know what this girl is talking about. She probably doesn't know what she can't read to herself, yeah? Finally, Batali, you are a voice of reason, but you need to be, look, I can give you consultancy as the way you could actually be shaped into a better, direction. I probably don't have it, but I would do my best. I would use the resources that I've got around me to try and shape you into a leader. The advisors. HH is not advised by anybody. The guy just comes in there and starts talking rubbish. He took himself to Shilawom where they were stunning him and all that kind of thing and whatever. He tried to Tafare Samarachita, I got the money, and all those kind of things. Look, leaders need to be up there, and and this is now to you. Leaders have to be up there, and they need to sort of have people who are looking at them in a lens that people can, from a lens, the citizen lens. You understand? When you're there, you insulate yourselves and all that, if you're whatever, you get cut, somebody opens the door for you, umbrellas carried for you, and all. But who sees the leader? If you under the, I think the chief of staff and all those those guys come to look with the people they're looking at you. I was looking at you from this angle with the people, and this is what the people sort of were saying. I saw it, and then you work on it. You understand? Yeah. Sorry to carry on, but I'll leave it here. Yeah. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. Do you understand? I'm not disparaging you. I'm not sort of brushing you aside, but I'm saying your concept needs to be kind of guided. If you can think about that, even in Malaysia where you are and all that, come back to Zambia, you can understand. Yeah?
Thank
you. Can't do it alone. You need people, and you listen to them because they're looking at you from the children's side. Some of those girls are talking, they're talking crap, but okay, look, I don't know where they're coming from. No, I'm not looking for consultancy job from you, but I'm saying you need that kind of building, yeah? And we need people like you. You're the next leader of Zambia. Okay, good night.
Thank you. Hello? Hello? Yes, please.
Yes, Mr. Tali, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, you're speaking to Trembeki.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Truck driver, truck driver,
okay. Yeah, no, Landeni.
Hey, Alamandana, I'm a politician, I'm a politician now. I'm a politician, politics, but PF, na timu yabo. Ni politics yabo itesana bamdana. Tabakwete stani na bantu aba. Bamdana aba bali politics ya sympathy aba. Unaona? Iya kweba tabakwete manifesto. Bushe iya kutwara bali tubanda kuwa ACC. Yara afasha bushe izara abantu mchana. Bali tubanda babatwale kuwa corruption ne tawatere. Umuntu arako kumpetina faika cyane n'aba politician na kanwa kako. Mungu atayadi. Shoromba aba opposition tukwitaba. Ema yenyewe cyaro kide ipasana. Kaita bakweta mano. Mama, sabena apatene pasile explica kuri ba bishop. Bena ni campaign. But how is this going to help the Zambian people? A question is put about opposition. But it's what thing my driver. But some was on Zambia, Parandera, and then Congo. Murphy, then Congo covers mine. Vambera, if you next company on Zambia, okay, I'll give you a good example about my question. Can you tell me in PNG, that position what to the imagine if you PNG had an opposition like Arena Santa. Mamona, then I kakanapa. Then I kakanapa. Example, the way they were tayari kumweka. Na mara jana sina UPNG hapa. UPNG na kaitangi. Nomba opposition tukweke. Ama point, since wale mwaneto walefa ikalole randa peke amani. Wale randa bachitumbi kawa rungu. Are you sure? Bushokura ndati, wala kampeni, wamkumona abantu. Yekike waruhinga. Ati yowe bari kano kuleta rungu mcharo. Wana abantu wali menzala wadere mwenyewe. Bwana walefa ikalole. Ndami tere kiaso. Kesa mishanero, kesa mimi na toilet hapa. Nomba na wala bachitumbi kawa rungu. Chitumbi kawa rungu etara imba droneji. Mandara, sisi wale makosia. Adaba wale ndio mpendira ila special man wala. So ya Archbishop. Na isanti kwa kampeni. Watu wa tunatamba tu.
Ya ni manifesto ai. Ya ni manifesto.
Mandara, pida na nava campena. Ela simbi, ela fune wale ishiwa. in a politics, it's a please do some Nicaragua. In a politics, in a way, Monena Karaki, our generous to Catholica, that is why.
You know?
Catholica,
You know?
Okay, we compare all the churches that are in Zambia against the Catholic Church. Who they want to America? Yeah, it's why. Catholic and against the Malokina, Poyam, I want to know so to a liberty. Eh, when you tell me, only one don't have money. That's why they tell you. That is the Tarawan, that is
ndemi afwako inani njoku ndemi landirako mwapita kumbali mwapoka mastata ero nyinashala nimpwalala kala mwa drivers mwalisa ndeterera ine ni njoku ndemilandirako ndefula nesheti shana imona muyoko
mama na mbele pala taina opposition abatwakwata apalera problem namona flex kama truck drivers walishira imepa votera wa HS waliplendi na shira moto ba South Africa bosi msuru nale wende South Africa aikanganati time ya 2021 August kama election aikanganati you can't go back to Zambia. Namshaka kichero hatari. Nari mtuka kinchito, naika mkuvota. Vote la walipendi. Niwakere kunchito kudawaya ntamjeshi. Adiyari kukanyaka kichero, wapa ya kudilenchito. Sana mbaba opposition, hapa iti important. Kama truck drivers ni Archbishop Banda. Kama ishota kufanya maboti saba, ababana mpolitics saba. Kwanje kila truck drivers, kila kwa chavena rubinda, wali important no. Truck drivers in Zambia to ababanga. We are more than 1,000 truck drivers in Zambia. Imagine ngai ya uno the truck driver na kwa kama aba dependents for 10-15. No voter by 1,000. Mwai mawe siwa na watakani 3 minutes mwa support ali vote ile. Mama, namba wale konga wali kibanda wala stage.
Thank you, Mwana. Thank you. You know, this guy has made a very big point. This issue of saying no, you cannot fight the Catholic. You cannot fight the Catholic. Time has changed. There was a time when indeed the Catholic Church was very powerful. And that is a story for another day. Because at that time, the Catholic Church, they were running things like media. If you remember, in the 1980s, Kwali Chengelo, which was being published by the Franciscan missionaries, edited by Father Umbeto. It was powerful because that was the source of information, you know, and they were so powerful. The Catholic Church, they are the only ones who had the capacity to circulate media, okay? When they write that pastoral letter, the pastoral letter was powerful. Not these days, because, I mean, there are so many churches that have come up. So many churches. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Neighbor, long time.
Neighbor, I think neighbor, I need to save your number. Now, my phone is set up in such a way that nchisungama numbers, so songa na push a program, ama numbers yalaluba. But if you can text me,
don't worry, I'll write you a text.
Write me a text. Because if one phone is set up, in sunga at core record, ila ba deleted. Immediately watuma, call record yava deleted.
Okay.
I was doing this, it is for
No,
the
I'll send you a
safety,
text.
for the safety of people. You know,
I'll send you a text.
kaidi munebukisha nali ku Zambia vakapokola valetoloka gate, so nale tinaidya kovati kuti vaisa kusenda kuti nchulipa program ero vaisa kuimira ero vasanga call record, so I set it that ama phone numbers yaleva deleted so that nangu vanjimia ama call record tapadi.
There's no record.
But anyway, neighbor, please.
No, neighbor.
Nice to hear from you.
I want you to clarify for me. I think I'm behind over the issue of Alick Banda. There are two things I want you to clarify. For example, Muntunga, I'm building, somebody comes and I'm building. Then another person steals maybe cement from somebody else. They come and sell to me. Now the owner of cement, they discover that I bought that cement. So what is my fate in that case?
Okay, so neighbor,
having bought a story.
Yeah.
Why?
So neighbor,
let me first finish.
Okay, go ahead.
I bought something stolen, right? Now they find it with me. Or somebody, maybe I'm having a birthday. Somebody brings a gift to me. I don't know whether they have stolen that gift or not, but I'm the receiver. I receive a gift, or I buy something which is stolen. I've used money to buy. And I'm also receiving a gift which I have not bought. So between the two, can you clarify?
Yeah, so neighbor,
the receiver.
Yeah, so neighbor, the issue here, the main, whether you have bought or you have received as a gift, the main issue is your knowledge about that thing. Your knowledge. What do you know about that thing? That is the main issue. If you neighbor, the way I love you neighbor, then I organize, now what it's your birthday, then I send you a gift. It could be a vehicle or whatever. Especially on big properties. Let's say a vehicle itself. Or maybe let me use your examples. For example, issue a cement. Mule kula palya, then ama guys vai say, oh, not got 10 pockets. Now got the 10 pockets. And according to you, you think that no, they are genuine people. You even ask, mufumisha kuisa. Oh no, na lekula panganda nomba palishara 10 cement, 10 cement. Okay? Then you buy it. Baka pokola ngabaisa veka tabadia. Bala vepusha cement mwatwele kuisa. Atiyo tuashtishe ba neighbor padia. Then they will come to you. Did you buy cement from these people? Yes, I did. And when you are buying, what did they tell you? Did you ask them where they got it from? Yes, I did. What did they tell you? They told me that Yafma opowale kula na pashara cement. That's what they told me. And they will ask is that what you told her? And they will say yes. In that case, neighbor, you have got no problem. No problem. You are not, because you didn't know that the cement was stolen. Okay? This is one scenario. The other scenario is where it's a big property. It's a big property. For example, I'll start with a car, a house. Then I'll come to a car. You neighbor, I love you. Neighbor, I've got this house. I'm giving it to you. Okay? And then I even get your NRC. I change your name and whatever, you have it. And neighbor, you ask me, Mr. Tari, you're buying me a house. Where have you gotten the money? And I'll tell you, no, and this is the money that I used. When later on it is discovered that actually that house was, maybe I stole money and then I built you a house. They will ask you, they will call you, this house, what did Daddy tell you when he was giving it to you? You said, Daddy told me that he got money from where he was staying. He didn't tell me that this money, he stole it from the bank here. He didn't tell me. And even myself, Ngabanji Pusha, is that, what did you tell her when you were giving? No, I told her that I got money from where I was staying in exile. you have got no case. And this is a similar case with Bowman Lusambo. If you look at Bowman Lusambo was charged together with the wife, okay, because some of the properties were in the name of the wife. So the wife said, he was my husband. He just got my NRC, and the next thing, he was giving me title deeds. I didn't know where the money was coming from. And Bowman Lusambo also agreed with the wife. He said, yes, my wife didn't know. I just got the NRC. What the wife has said is what exactly happened. And the wife was acquitted. But Bowman was sent to jail. Okay? Now, let's come to a vehicle, particularly like Alick Banda. This vehicle belonged to government. Okay? It belonged to government. And then, the story that we are being told is that somebody bought this vehicle from ZRA. And then when he bought this vehicle, he gave it to Alick Banda. Okay? This is the story that is there. Now, Alick Banda has been called. If Alick Banda goes there tomorrow and he says, no, uyu muntu andeterefye motoka, to say, ni mishtira motoka from ZRA. And when he did that, oh, did he show you the receipts? Yes, these are the receipts, because when you are receiving a vehicle, you need these kind of things. Like, it's not like a cake, you know what I mean? It involves a lot of money, and especially when it is coming from government, because there are supposed to be documentation for you to change it in your name. There is that documentation trail. You know what I mean? The documentation trail, such that you need to see, oh, imotoka alishta, oh, alishta, receipt ilikuisa, here is a receipt. Okay? Okay, so after ashita motoka na mani sits na kwata. Okay, now you can go and change the name to from ZRA to your name. And when that is happening, ZRA must be able to write you a letter. The circumstances, there must be a letter. Just like you, when you are selling me a vehicle, when I'm going to change the name, you will write me a letter. Isn't it what we do? Yeah, there is what we call the letter of sale. Okay? Now, so these things have to be very straightforward. And if they are not straightforward, something is not right. It might be very difficult for you to say, I didn't know that this vehicle was dubiously gotten from ZRA. Because you must make sure before your name appears on a white book that all the processes are clear. So the Archbishop, in this instance, much as it was a gift, he had a due responsibility. He had to make sure that all the records are correct. And from my understanding, if all the records were straight, I doubt if a deck would come in. Why deck is coming in? It is probably that this process was not okay. And if this process was not okay, did Alick Banda know? Did he know or he didn't know? Those are the questions that Alick Banda will be answering tomorrow. He simply has to explain clearly to say, I didn't know. And I didn't know because they gave me such documentation. Oh, no, they didn't give me this documentation. Then you'll be asked, but why didn't you ask for such documentation? If you didn't have this documentation, how did you change the ownership? So this is what is involved. When you talk about proceeds of crime, the most important thing is that it's your knowledge. Do you know? Did you know? What did you know? What did you know?
So, Vanessa, the vehicle was up for grabs from ZRA. So the person that bought that vehicle works for ZRA, right?
That is what we are. That is a story that we are receiving. And you see, neighbor,
if he works for ZRA, if he works for ZRA, and that vehicle was up for grabs, was the name changed in his name, or after he bought, he directly changed it into the Alick's name?
So,
is there anything wrong by him buying a vehicle from ZRA? If that vehicle was among those that were being sold.
So, neighbor, so listen, I'm sure you have followed me that your knowledge is very important about the property, right? Okay, so we move away. We go next now. If the vehicle, for example, was bought by a worker, and this worker changed the name from ZRA to his name, okay? Then he goes to Alick Banda. This vehicle, it is in his name. Then he goes to Alick Banda and says, here is a gift. This is my vehicle, and here is my white book, and I got this book, the history, because the vehicles have histories. First owner, second owner, they have. And that history is even given to Alick Banda. And Alick Banda gets those documentation, because you have to get the documentations. And then you go and change the name. Then Alick Banda has got no problem. But if, for example, this person stole a vehicle from ZRA, okay? Let's imagine about it. Or okay, even buying whatever, but it is dubiously gotten. Dubiously. There is something that is not right. Then this person, because he's privileged, because he works for ZRA, or he's the boss of ZRA, he manages to change the ownership into his name. Then he takes it to Alick Banda. Alick Banda had a right or an obligation to make sure that the records are straight beyond whoever gave him. You don't just have to look at it. No, here is the white book. Ufire waipusha futi. Okay, ili missionary oyo. But yafumine kuisa, what is the record? Then yes, what about the receipts? Are there the receipts? Yes, they are there. Then he has no problem. The problem would come in if that trail, the documentation trail, is not adding up. And then the Archbishop said, no, I didn't know. There will be a problem, because they would say, you are an Archbishop, a doctor for that matter. How could you not know that you are supposed to ask for a receipt? Why didn't you ask for a receipt? You see, those are the issues.
To confirm what happens, Vanessa, have a good night.
But Swango for Vanessa buying. Important. Knowledge. What is your knowledge? What is your knowledge about the property? And then when you're talking about a vehicle, it even that yo, our neighbor, ili mwishna jandi sendeni. Mufire mwaipisha neighbor, yafumine kuisa motoke hii. Yafumine kuisa. No yafumine ku China.
La mshaba neighbor. If also to shite vo finish ba seko ndani sa Mzambi. If ba dara ita finish pa ya opa point city opposite pa chanti kapati.
Also neighbor, next time. So next time neighbor, you must be able to check. Nangu mneshita motoka yafumine kuisa. No yafumine ku China. You must be able to make sure, oh, ama pepa ya ku China yali kuisa ba miranga. Boda ya ingilile po ni kuisa. Oh, ya ingilile ku Tanzania. Ya ingilile katushika ni kuna Konde. Na Konde, ZRA ili kuisa ba miranga. Ama papers yali ba very important kuli motoka. Don't just buy a vehicle when...
Yeah, it's very important to have a trust, especially if it goes through Interpol. Once my Interpol clears,
exactly.
Everything is okay.
Exactly. Because you are another issue. You have seen vehicles where South Africa comes into Zambia and they grab vehicles. You remember that? This is very common. They grab vehicles, you see, because a vehicle is stolen, then without proper documentation, omuntu ashito mu Zambia tiyo yafumine ku South Africa. If there are no proper documentation, moto kananga yafuma ku South Africa, ufile wako atama documents to make sure that it was cleared by Interpol in South Africa. And yali pita mabode yapitire kuisa yapitire mu Zimbabwe. Ifire yako atama pepo kwati mu Zimbabwe yali pitamo nenshimbi in and out. Mpaka yaisa ingira mu Zambia na boda ya ingirirepo yakwata. Ama paper, they are very important. So ba Alick Banda, if that vehicle paliama documents are missing, awo ni shibali muchigo. Efo di video sharp.
Okay.
Thank you, neighbor. Don't forget to send me a text message, neighbor. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, Patari.
Yes.
Maybe kutangizira kwa cheva nepa wachoka kutuma chamanja hapa. Issue ya mtoka ya nene like Bishop Alick Banda. Pamene wanali kutoka mamotoka kubeka haya nyama nali kukuni. Uja highlight ya Bishop Alick Banda. Let's say ngati wanai kulifa in a straight way. Namankala na marekodi. Bedara nali waka na marekodi. Motoka. Anakuja ownership nakutia chaka muzina yao ngena muzina yao. So let's say ngati wanakuja in a straight way kudala neku. Mesana nkati na mtu ziombo wako ngapa. Kozi. Zarangiza a record. Kuti ni motoka. Unaenda mumanja yao yu, inaguliswa kumanja yao yu, upaswa kumanja yao yu, na nkalata ili konti. Simple and straightforward. But tuke la mbeko wako, mini nipadi vitu.
Exactly. And vanakamba no kamba vaja va zedara va deck boss. Vanakamba no kamba kovati. This vehicle was dubiously. They have investigated this. They cannot just wake up and start summoning him. If at all it was straightforward. No, they wouldn't. And then the other point is, why is Alick Banda quiet? Why has he been quiet? Because Alick Banda Naveve, if everything was straightforward, Alick Banda would have explained this. Why is everyone running away from explaining? Why is Alick Banda going to celebrate Mass and calling people to come and pray instead of explaining? Why are the bishops of Zambia coming up to defend, to say, no, we are standing with him. We don't want him to be silenced. You are attacking the church. Why are they not talking about the vehicle? This is where the suspicion comes in. Because if everything was straightforward, but the Archbishop is very good at writing letters. The Archbishop ngapali fya chitika abona ba na balembaka secular kafuma. Ngapali fya chitika na balembaka secular kafuma. Elo bala lembe fuma letter ifitali. Why hasn't he issued a statement to explain about that vehicle? Why hasn't he done that? So really, even if we are trying to, there is something here. They would not be questioning, and they cannot be using dubiously such words. That Nason Banda is an educated man. He knows when he's using words Nason Banda, he knows. There is no way he can use dubiously. It is because dubiously. And this is how Kingsley was convicted. So please, let us not be emotional. Let us not be emotional. Let us not start bringing in issues which are not there. Let us follow the issue as it is. This issue is about the vehicle. And Alick Banda, by all means, I strongly believe that Alick Banda knows that that vehicle was not properly given to him. Otherwise, he would have explained it. He has been quiet. Why has he been quiet? Why? And instead he's crying, no, I'm being persecuted. Why not explain about the vehicle? No, ZRA Weka. Which ZRA Weka? Tell us, which ZRA Weka? Where are the receipts? Some people were flashing a gate pass. I mean, what nonsense is that? You are showing us a gate pass. No, gate pass is in the name of whatever. What is that? What has it got to do with this, with disposing of a government property? If it was disposed of, we should see the receipt. And beyond that, even, we should see how, the sale was conducted. This is a serious matter, and if somebody is not careful, you end up in jail. Hello?
Hello, Mr.
Wina FM kwa?
Chawa matwatu otela muli government kozi natumona kitapali abali above the law. Awe ababa Archbishop bena ili ashina alimoneka solo kumoneka ati bali ntulubunzi nempasa asapa. Kozi ofoto abeshi bafenge fufine mulelo ndolola. Tabakokola nakambita kala tufikira ifofo baba pama social media nishwena na bakaponya hapo kati. Batidi ashiria basanga balindwi. Kwishibati kuli fintu byaleshika mwisa mubunsoro nomba pafyala sokoloka bakalande kyakimya politician nisho kuipanga because as far as we know no for tuwa monafe ni bakanda bali ni ba PF member so sionse fina ngufyama moto katatu akapapenga twasanga sawa baba perifisho finati ni gift but chintu cha government chesu so we need to know. He needs to come out. No kutwebo fuba chitula kwa ile moto. No abapeli. Chapa. Awe atote.
Yeah. And you know, just to add on what she has said, you know, but PF, they used Zesco as a cash cow. But PF, they used Zesco as a cash cow. There were a number of people who were on the payroll of Zesco. You know that. A lot of you know this. There were a lot of people who were on the payroll of Zesco. They were getting paid. There were a number of people who were driving Zesco vehicles as personal to order. But Zesco. Zesco was being used to siphon government resources. People muntu ali wapasaradi so. Ali wapasaradi. Alefola kuzedara Alefola batabomba kuzedara This is in public domain. We had so many of these people. Then secondly, we had so many people driving ZRA vehicles. I remember highlights. They were drawing fuel. Drawing fuel. Umuntu wale mkupora fuel ufuma ku Zesco. Zesco was, you know, the heaven for the cadres. That is where all the cadres, they were using Zesco, you know, to give them, to keep them. People are getting big salaries from Zesco, big salaries from Zesco. Umuntu tabombako, but bali mupela big position. Umuntu feni kadafi. Taishwa no kulemba, but bali mupela. Position hii kulu, ale fulenda la meshkulu. Na moto kabali mupela. Na fiwa Alex that draw. These things are in public domain. Hello?
Yes, what I had. Mishani bakaramba.
Wina for.
Yeah, bakaramba. I move ina ikabe bakarambe. You know, even for a politician, Kongalo Langapari Babantu Bakaramba Bampanga, tayari you are the first one, I think so. Some politics from the night Angamo, you go Wampanga. But you know, but I think I to Babakaram. But I had me, if I were you, Bakaramba takes me. Sina Sendika, cook the life and meaning. I can be now with Ipota. Nimbona to the point who you go to the point of Chikra. Number one, tired because the life like Sangam Dar, Apani moving of Popo, but from moving of Popo. Now, when it comes to your brother, Alick Banda, but Yoko Seva political Bakaramba, ngabakuma kusampando, ngabakuma pampando. Ikesa mpote look at that. Let's say for example, you got to look at that site where you invite you to happen. Now, but I will share study with you too. Once I arrive, Babo Saba, I was studying university. I expect proportion. I was a 10 according to what I know, now we get our hotel. Why you get our hotel? La question la porta, why you get our hotel before you know? So I had to bring my whatever call character language shy, but now we not hiding the number of
Bata, but so Bakalama, light of forever, we are coordination of
umfamwana before taulaya muntu wandi ine mkulanda kwandi ngara umona efo ntampire ndetampira kufyo wa Alick Banda has been behaving towards the UPND ine kwa ndetampira and fina if the behavior of Alick Banda ine ngiro kwa tifisoko ino nchile kano kwa wati ka politics emukali yawa mukali emukali ka politics. It is because of the way he has been coming out. Alick Banda ngabali wino fye. Ero kulanda vechinga de kankwebe. Teba Alick Banda veka. Aba pokele mioto keshi. Teba Alick Banda veka vengi nama chiefs. Nama chiefs. They received. I know. No mbanga chako bati iba Alick Banda bayishire isendera mo muntu wandi iyako bati bambo kula kisama ama cho chise na aka inde ichirema your government has become rogue. You are playing with fire muntu wandi
no, I'm a politics, yes, but you know, I am. That's why I conquer that politics. I'm a politics.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Anyway, I like that call. That is the nature of politics. Hello? Nangu musabaire. Tayari what once mwe sabaira. Who helped me? Once mwe sabaira. Shan who helped me? Na pano ndechu abantu wa UPND. Who helps me? Who helps me?
Baka Inde is a good man. Now, they want to play. I'm a politics. This man is not going to Bandara, but he's going to be no, but he won't come to Obama politics. We're going to have a time. What can you do that? I'm a politics.
Yes.
It's simple. To clear one power, they oppose the look to Amtarenda. I'll make sure that I'll take you to prison. Now,
politics stay Havana. Politics stay Havana. If you play politics, be ready. Be ready if you play politics. Hello?
You know what? You are a coward. Stop involving Marungu in your
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening, Mr. Tayari.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm calling you from Choma Southern Province. Yeah, we want to appreciate you, Mr. Tayari. I've been following you. You know, you are one of the real politicians because you talk things just the way they are. Now, coming to the issue of Bishop Alick Banda, you know, one of the problems that I see in churches, not only Catholic or what, you would find that pastors would receive money from people without knowing their background. If they are Christian or they are non-Christian, they receive money. Now, in this situation of Alick Banda, being a man of God, you know, when God himself showed the world that he gives the things to every person. Even when you are a sinner, you are a Christian, we receive rain. But the way he is treating this government, you can tell that no, he belongs to PF. So now, let us wait to see tomorrow how the come out will be. And then, I hope are you getting me?
Yes.
Yes. I think many churches now we have to learn that, bishops or church leaders, they don't have to take sides because, they have to pray for the leaders of this country. That's their obligation. But for him to be against the government, it means they are lost. So continue educating us. We appreciate what you are doing. So I thank you, Mr. Tayari.
Thank you. I want to emphasize, I keep saying politics, when you enter into politics, when you start mingling with politicians, be ready. Depending on how you play, how you position yourself is very important. Very important. Don't just jump in politics, cricket. You should be ready. Ama politics, they are rough. Ama politics, they are kwangalilako. Maduro yo na abasenda. Na abasenda Maduro. Ma politics ya lipopalia. Ma politics Maduro kuyamwimya. Munganda mumwakwe bamwimya kuri Donald Trump. Ma politics aretea. Ama politics yefo yaba. Ama politics te yako angalila ko yo from president. You can come from president to kumujere. And this scholar said, even these who are there, if I were to be just at Apandesa Potaka in the Ichilema, but really if I were to speak out, I mean, there are a number of people that I would really talk about. But when you are supporting a party, you have to accept even some of their weaknesses. When you start supporting a political party, it is like marriage. When you marry somebody, you have to also accept that they have got their positive side and good side. But in more politics, those who are doing negative things, even them, there have been problems. Me, I know there are some people in this government who have been problems. Hello? And today, some of these people, they will come a time. Never PF for Chad.
Good evening, Bwana Tayari.
Good evening. Buena.
Wachoma, my name is Chris Nyelenda calling from Katete district in Eastern Province.
Yes, Bwana.
Bwana Tayari, I think you are really helping us. It's my incoming politicians. Because Bemukamba Nivazona sapa utingati muntu samvera. The way you are speaking, nishuyo muntu, I don't know, kapena niole mara chabe. You are speaking the truth, and once tifulika kumvera. Alick Banda has been playing politics despite being a clergy. Alick Banda has been doing these things, trying to woo my politicians, whatever, call out by media. What does that show as a clergy? Call out here, ipasa ule mumuntu aliense, then waipasa pa media. What does that show? And who comes in? The Fred Mende. The Fred Mende wanampambu bwa.
Iwe.
Ba Fred Mende walinampambu bwa nji. Pali ba Alick Banda. And the issue ya motoka. Ba Alick Banda, I tell you, Bwana Tayari, it is playing. It is him who is playing with fire.
Yes. Yes.
Offense. But I think Mama Sovera case ba Alick Banda. A government has all machineries, and
Vetikamba olomena Fred Membe wazalena kalaba. Sinaziva where the government has reached on this case. Sinaziva pe virili. And we don't know what maybe kulima cases even yambili maning. We will be even surprised tomorrow. The clergy. This is what was happening. So if then Fred Membe were people with their own caliber, assemble onankala change if it meant escorting, ni kuenda mamutendere because you'll be ashamed tomorrow. You don't know what tomorrow brings. So anyway, matayari nothing can be kochabe. Let others add.
Sure, so, come. Hello? 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 Yes, yes. Hello? The line is quite bad. Hello? That line is quite bad. I couldn't. No, this case is. They really need to humble themselves as they go tomorrow. They need to humble themselves. They need to humble themselves. I'm emphasizing. My advice tonight is that the Archbishop, as he's going tomorrow, let him humble himself. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Hello? Yes, please.
Yes, Mr. Dad. Mr. Daddy, how are you?
Fine, fine.
Okay, my daddy, first and foremost, I would want to thank you for the education, or maybe the light you're shedding on our issues, most especially us youth. No news now we went to MBC. And then aside from that, Munakwa have to explain how to break down things, go for feed. Despite you being or maybe supporting the UPND kind of, but the truth of the matter is that you are being patriotic and back up. You try to balance both sides. And then one of the reasons why it was not today on Archbishop Banda Padile, I think the previous government talk with the quality documentation, no contracts were just being given. Imagine Avina Kadimanshi, Tama project. Imagine Avina Nikane, or Nikane, Max. Those people buy Tama contract without giving proper education. And then we're not just saying, we send them politics line here for no Archbishop because they tried fighting the government and what or not. I think it's like around once they were Bishop with the motor pay, and then we're not just gonna talk of motor. There are other properties without proper documentation. But I think I went off with the by Twala, and then that man was respected. You have to make a follow-up. Now what is to protect to begin with. So but people saying, no, the government is attacking the church. No, the government isn't attacking the church. Call out no, from there then I can say, oh, by standard is that Philip, but now we come to politics. Aside from that, money it was here and that very better by you 7. By him Kulunga nothing but PF what don't even you know, it is what you want to meet you know, and then don't have to but by someone can know the government wants to attack it. The government is attacking the Nanka and the church. You know, I think again put in a church to Rafira Mwasing and then Magat you know, Zambia is a Christian nation, but if you should be taught. Tafire para como Cristo, tafire para como Cristo. But it is I like that it's the church. It didn't announce. Trust you announce. balensha veka apa kuti amaissues but vekala kunyuka sama see Archbishop of ilaikala munani taikala navanango kuti kuna umupatito fetwaisha fenoma bali patoko veka but ulia muyo ofyo buno kukaba na cases yamkentrolele pia mairo sikafumako because vengi if what open get walanda okay aba kumanyapo onshi ungatisa pana wafalana lole excursion nyapo of which is not allowed but confirm I don't know for arrange tafile tamna sense abantu ngakusta step down bafule pyo mukanjo venkile pyo moding vananga de forming a political party not people political no shani kupisa mina mukanjo no let's just be open and polite basically polite not just Mr. Tari.
Thank you. Hello. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My name is Moses Mwenda.
Okay.
I'm calling you from Zambia.
Okay.
Am I loud and clear?
Yes, very clear.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chilukatayali. First and foremost, I would like to thank you sincerely for your objectivity in handling issues that you present on online. You have been so objective and to the point. The issue of Dr. Alick Banda makes very sad reading indeed. It reminds me of the time Chiluba appeared before Parliament when it was being removed. Surely Zambians want to stand with a suspect who has robbed us of our resources. Surely lawyers can speak to such a person who has robbed the country of resources. It's a big shame. For me, I look at Hakainde as being Jesus Christ and Alick Banda as being Barabbas. And people are saying, give us Barabbas. Hakainde is standing for the rule of law. The rule of law means that no one is above the law. How can we Zambians think so low as to begin defending criminality? It's humiliating. I can't believe that. The Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops is a team of highly educated people who understand things very well. I am surprised. I'm supported with them. How can they defend their own person who has clearly, in fact, in this case, there's a clear prima facie issue here. Bwana Chifatari, don't relent in exposing the controversies surrounding this person. You know, when the church and the politics mingle, you know the confusions, the bishop is highly, highly compromised. And I think he must resign on moral grounds. I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Precious.
Yes, I want to tell you, Mr. Diary, Faith Musonda, about issue of Faith Musonda. Let the people know the truth about Faith Musonda. It's not right to keep on deceiving the people because that kind of Chile cannot tolerate people who he knows that they are corrupted. As the president, he's not supposed to favor anyone when it comes to the issues involving the corruption. So if indeed that issue, it was involving Larungu or whoever who was in government, do you think that I was going to fail to send that person in prison? But he knows the reason why he's favoring Faith Musonda. He knows the reason why he failed to send him in prison. So now for you now to tell the people that you know how the case of Faith Musonda, then why are you not telling the people who gave Faith Musonda money?
Listen,
if you know whoever who was involved in that case.
Listen, Precious. I told you that if Hakainde Hichilema was not considerate on the issue of Faith Musonda, listen, I'll give you a chance to speak. If Hakainde Hichilema was not considerate on the issue of Faith Musonda, Valungu would have been dragged into that issue. And I'm saying this because I know that Valungu was involved. I'm telling you, Valungu was involved. Now, you, if you know something else, he was. This is the problem. If I think, okay, if Valungu was involved, if you don't believe me, Fiore. Hello? Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm quiet. Yeah, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. So what it is they share kuno tuna and balewa koda balewa aba last one. So but Bishop Barisana side. My Bishop was on side fair what the Bishop what the what to Bishop was on side what I taking back. My son side what I had Bishop Poon they were Twitter. As a man of God. What was I know? Man of God, what you say? What I have. Not to what you.
Thank you. Hello?
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 Good evening,
Good evening.
Thank you. For me, I just want to commend you on the approach that you've taken on being objective. And I want to assure you that that is the only route that will make you win in the long run. It's simple because when you're objective and you stand for the truth, everyone benefits. Doesn't matter which side they are on. And that is the strategy that HH is using. Because he is standing for what is right. And everyone is benefiting. And that is what each and every Zambian is seeing from deep down their hearts. So if you continue that trajectory of, saying things as they are, trust me, everyone will see that you are objective and you mean what is for the good of the people. And everyone knows that they will benefit either way. And being on the far extreme end, where only a few who are on the far extreme will benefit. But standing on the middle and calling out, whether it's the government who is wrong, call them out. If it's the opposition which is wrong, call them out. Trust me, at the end of the day, you will be on the winning side as well.
No,
that is my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, I think I need to keep coming. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Good evening, Mr. Tayali.
Good evening.
How are you, sir? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Thank you. Just following up with what the topic is, I've been listening to it regarding Mr. Banda in Zambia. Firstly is that Zambia kumyesu, we say that mwikala patalala mwina patalali. So, the man, we know him as a man of God. He could have just kept on preaching the word of God, But when you start involving yourself in politics, the politicians do answer back. They are not afraid or scared of anyone to reply to what you wanted to know. So probably our Banda made a mistake of starting acting actively in politics. It's either he has to choose to be a politician or to follow his profession.
But because he's been poking his nose into politics, now they've answered him back. And then everyone else, like the other opposition parties, they are following through, supporting with whatever decision the government have made to take him to court. And this is where the implications are beginning. If he wanted to be peaceful, he could have not said anything. Probably people could have not even talked about a car. A car is just a car.
Yeah.
One day it's going to get damaged. It's going to go to the tip. But it's going to end up looking very, very bad to the people and the people he leads. Because we want to be led by a leader. A leader leads by examples. So what examples is he teaching the younger ones who go to Catholic Church by commenting on politics? He should just focus on one part of the game, which he is very good at, which is like being in church and bringing people together. And actually, if you look at Vatican, I think where it comes from, Catholic, I know that politicians don't talk about anything to do with the Catholics in Italy. They've built boundaries. But he broke the boundaries, start going into politics. So the politicians give him what he wants. So let him go and be answerable. If he's found guilty, then the law will take its course. And if he's not guilty, he'll come out. But let not even PF supporters start using that as campaign, because they are using it now, like a little bit of campaigning against the HH, like they've got now a bullet to use, which is, it shouldn't be the case in a way. Politics should just be for politicians, but he's just complicated himself. Let him face judgment in court, and people will be able to tell who is who, and maybe after dealing with him, he's going to understand that Zambia is no longer the way it used to be. Once I'm there, Charo says, through dubious means, it could have been used to something else. It's ours, it's GRZ, Government of Republic of Zambia. Shares whoever people, the people who vote for these guys. But if we vote for them, even HS, if he's playing by the book, he'll be okay. But if he messes up, people can always stand up against any bad doing. So I totally agree with whatever is happening. We shouldn't be afraid that, because even the other caller said that there's Barnabas and Jesus. Maybe people are crying out for Barnabas. Barnabas, they want to choose Barnabas before Christ, you know. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you very much, Mr. Tayari, and Happy New Year, Mdala. Today,
Thank you. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Tayari.
Good evening.
Thank you. This is Sean. I'm calling you from Lusaka. Yes, I actively participate and listen to you. Firstly, I wanted to address this precious. Your main topic is about on Alick Banda. You know, when a pastor, there's a time when they spice up certain things. When you make about faith Muslim, you are spicing up an issue pertaining to Alick Banda. Now, if Precious wants to establish another thing from another topic, a new from coming back to the issue, I'm coming from there was a chair ichipuna ififuna chakwata mawiro panchi tasivomba. It was just okay, but it had ama amawiro panchi nalichitemenezana So I asked my boss, said, can I have there? Yes, you can have it. But you have to go through A, B, C, D. He said, Daddy, that chair, I failed the procedure. It looked so useless, but with the procedures of taking exercise the mind. So
yeah, the network has failed us there. Hello? Hello?
Yes, Dad.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, Brother Ted.
Yes, sir.
Am I through to the program?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, Alick Banda, the best way he can do is to humble himself. Even the Bible mentions about that in Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1. To say, a soft answer turneth away wrath.
You see?
But a grievous word stirs up anger. Emphasizing that a gentle response, it actually makes someone to be annoyed. He can worsen the situation. So the best thing he can do as he goes there, he must just become respectful and he should give a kind response so that he can diffuse that anger which might arise. Because whatever response he can give, it can resurrect or bury the anger that has been there. To say that Alick Banda doesn't have a case, we can mislead him.
Exactly.
Certain battles, we defeat them in humility.
You know?
you accept that I'm wrong. By accepting that you are wrong, you can tactfully win the battle. It's not all battles that you can win with arrogance. No. Actually, arrogance can end up burying him. Even the status of being an archbishop, it can be dented.
Yes.
So he must be careful with the way he will handle himself, because it will end up painting his picture badly. So I think let me end here as we advise him to genuinely humble himself. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I think we have had a good program. Allow me to end here. Precious keeps calling. She's calling and calling, but I think Precious, I will not go into quarreling with you. Tit for tat. No, not tonight. Not tonight, Precious. And I won't allow you to divert me to other issues. Me, I'm talking about the Archbishop. And my advice to the Archbishop is that tomorrow, as they are going, let them be humble. Let him go with lawyers that are sober-minded. And when they go in there, let them try by all means to make sure that they appeal to the law enforcers such that this matter does not end up into an arrest and taking plea at the magistrate. Because if that happens, it will be very bad. It will be very bad. This is not a case where you can. I don't see such a case being won. Unfortunately, this case for Dick to call him This one. This is not a good case. These are not good cases. These are not good cases. So such a case, you go with humility. Like the last caller has said, even quoting the Bible, I think it's the best way. Whichever lawyers is going with, let them negotiate nicely such that it doesn't end up into an arrest and going to magistrate, because I don't think it will be good. It might end up well. I think that is all I can say. We will see what will happen tomorrow. Because he's going there tomorrow, I will go live tomorrow in the evening to analyze whatever will transpire during the day tomorrow. For now, I want to thank you, all of you, for listening to my program. I am very grateful. I can see even numbers on YouTube. The numbers have increased. Please keep subscribing to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want to use YouTube as much as possible. I want to use TikTok as much as possible, because as it is, financially I'm struggling. No doubt. Financially I'm struggling, and I want to use these platforms to make a little bit of money so that I can survive. Not never there is nothing like that. So I want to survive. I want to survive because it is becoming dangerously bad. Dangerously bad. You are completely broke. So I need to up my game. I need to up my game and try to make some money out of these activities. So please subscribe to my channel on YouTube and even on TikTok and YouTube. You can raise some money there. TikTok and YouTube, you can get a bit of money. So I want to use that. I mean, I'm not ashamed to tell you that. So please, at what is your link? Abel is, just look for at Chilutaya, but Chilutaya. You will find my YouTube channel there, and subscribe to it so that I can sustain myself. Now, Ishupa. And actually, once I'm able to sustain myself, I'll even do politics better. Because, I'll be on my own. This issue of, trusting politicians, they can be very disappointing, And when you don't say something that they don't, when you say something that they don't like, they cut you off. I'm trying to run away from that, and may God help me. I'm also grateful to some of you that help, here and there financially. I'm very grateful. You don't know how much that means to me. It is hard, but I'm sure God will see me through. Thank you very much. May God bless you, and may God bless Zambia. Bye.